The next Greatest Cup Series gets rolling this Sunday, July 17th, right here on Signature Esports. Chop Shop Racing is a whole new experience for the sim racing fanatic. Next Generation Cup Series cars on a full race schedule and a full field ready to pull out all of the stops for the Chop Shop Racing Championship. Tune in each Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern to watch some of the hardest hitting action in all of sim racing. Chop Shop Racing League, home to the world's greatest iRacing leagues.
The nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Get ready for some heavy racing right here in Signature Esports. The Clash of the Giants Interleague Championship to determine the best league in sim racing on the iRacing platform. 3-race event, 75% lengths. It's going to show just who has the pace and has the speed. Each race will have a different car, Xfinity Gen 6 cars, and of course the 2022 Next Generation NASCAR. 20 drivers from each league are going to be competing for the ultimate bragging rights. Chop Shop Racing League and the greatest of all time racing league are going to be out there ready to prep or shut up. The Clash of the Giants will begin July 16th right here on Signature Esports. And look forward to seeing you out there. Races are race controlled by Amar RC, and we'll see you on the racetrack. And, of course, it is July 16th, so good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Clash of the Giants, the first interleague event for the GOAT Racing versus Chop Shop Racing Series. We're going to have some fun here at AUTOCLUB, 300 miles for the drivers, and I am, of course, joined in the broadcast booth by none other than Justin Malarkey. Justin, how are you doing today, man?
Jason, thank you for allowing me to join. I'm really excited for the opening league tonight starting up.
It's going to be fun at 150 laps for the drivers. Chats are on, folks, so you're going to see the chats. I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. So by all means, support your driver, support everything that you're going to be able to see, but they're going to be on. They're going to be on the bottom right hand of your screen right there, so you can talk to each other and talk about the race and enjoy that. I wanted to add that as a feature. Normally, we have that stuff turned off during the races, so bear that in mind. Be good, be safe, but keep it clean in the chat for me, so that way we can make sure that this broadcast looks just phenomenal for all of the folks out there. Let's go over your starting grid and the rules and regulations of the Clash of the Giants for the Gen 6 Cup Series race. I can't believe Series duplicated again. It did it twice. It did it yesterday, too. Always a ton of fun. Andrew Payne's going to be your pole sitter here today, and he's going to represent Chop Shop Racing. Sammy Harrell is going to be the outside pole sitter. He's going to represent GOAT Racing. Michael Strickland's going to be out there as well with Ron Walsh, the two drivers trying to be fast and furious. Pikachu's going to be there in row number 3 with Steven Isham to his outside. Ricky Udding and Jaron Valley there in row number 4. Brian Farrington, Aaron Jackson, row number 5. Charles Garrett, John Hammond are going to make up row number 6. Philip Schmitz, Van Scoik, the GOAT Racing legend himself, is going to be out there. He's looking to see what his team can do. We're looking forward to seeing what they're all going to be able to do here. Donnell Williams and Bud Shear will make up row number 8. Cody Sturgill, Jeff Ramsdale, row 9. Brandon Burkhart, Matt Magner in row 10. Joe Grijalva out there. He's on leave right now. I did hear that, did see that. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. So, Papa Joe, hopefully you're going to have some fun with him sitting next to you. He's going to have Cameron Dario to his outside. Alan Martin, Sean Burke will make up row number 12. And man, big field today. Brian Baker, Christoph Hall, Maurice Burnett, Sebastian Woodard, Mark Roetken's out there as well. There's Nick Casey out there, Bill Hales, Cody Kinsey, Ryan Cliver, Richard Holland, Michael Coulter Jr., Joshua Brock. Down the rest of the field, Joe Tardif. Justin's in the booth with me, so he is not technically in there. There's Josh Privett, Josh Previte out there, and then Shane Newman, part of our Aussie family, in the split-second gaming. This is GOAT versus Chop Shop, and Admin Box, part of the crew out there as well. Thank you to Nerds Doing Nerd Things for being my caution sponsor. And the race information, it's going to look as such. 2 miles in length, 69 degrees on the track temperature, 65 degrees on the air temperature, 12% humidity, partly cloudy skies. Not going to play a factor because we are going to nighttime, and the 5 mile an hour might shake it up. 75% fuel. They're going to have 5 sets of extra tires. So they're going to start with the set they have, and they're going to have 5 more sets. They're going to run 150 laps, 1 fast repair because it's such a big race, it's such a long race. Normally they would run it without it, and then 1 attempt at a green-white checkered. Justin, what are your takes for the race? Because they're going to have a ton of laps, and they're going to have a ton of speed.
And you know what that means? A ton of tire fall off, which is going to be super important tonight.
We've got a 2 mile length multi-groove track. You said prior to the broadcast when we were talking that you like to, on old tires, like to slide it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Where do you think most of the drivers are going to be, especially when the draft is going to come into play here?
I think in 1 and 2, you're going to see people up top. I really do. I think you're going to see them. They don't want to be pinched down on the bottom. They want to be able to draft down the straightaway. You're going to need help on that backstretch.
Backstretch is going to be fun. We're going to have some fun
Here we
right
go.
now. Green flag waves for the interleague events. And I tell you what, we're going to have, oh, man, I'm excited. First of 3 events, and then that's going to, caution early. Previtt, Nick Casey, Joshua Brock off track. Something happened in the back. And, of course, big 40-car field is going to be huge when it comes to what they're going to be able to do here. So we'll see kind of where they're going to be. Andrew Payne, of course, your race leader at the moment, so we'll see where folks are going to be lining up. We'll take a look at the caution. Of course, all of our cautions brought to you by our good friends over at Nerds Doing Nerd Things. Give them some love. Yeah, but we're good. Yeah, that's the Nerds Doing Nerd Things. All right, we're teaching. Not teaching. We're learning together on how to broadcast together. That's what we're doing. So, much love to all the fam out there. I'm saving some chats because I want the stream chat to disappear after a certain amount of time. Let's take a look at what happened there. That happened right at the start of everything. I think a lot of drivers got stopped. We'll see because they had some issues here. We're going to look at the 9 here. A little far chase. Ooh, something happened way up front there. Let's take a look. That was the 12 of Nick Casey here. Maybe a little bumper to bumper. Ooh, how about a big checkup? But a driver had to drop low there. So here's what happened. Here's Nick Casey in the 12. You hate to use a fast repair early. Big checkup for the drivers there. The 29. Got into a couple of people there. Maurice getting, look at all that carnage back there. Holy cow. No parking lot party. Nothing ever hurt. Tardif was like, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. I need to go through. Excuse me. Everybody good? Okay, we're all good. Fast repairs in the mix. Cody Kenzie, one of the drivers that I expect to be fast over the long haul. He's in on pit road, probably getting some of that damage repaired. Not wanting to use the fast repair early. Gen 6 cars, probably I miss these cars because they've been able to show a ton of speed. There's the 31 there looking for, I don't know. He's way up there. I figured he would be on the lead lap here still, even with the pace car coming out. So we'll see what happened.
That's a lot of front end damage.
It is. He's got no. He's driving the AUTOCLub or the Fontana modified. Would like it, folks. If you're out there joining from the leagues, whichever league you represent or whichever one you're cheering for, please hashtag that in the chat. I'd love to see it. Love to see what you guys are doing out there. Much love to you, man.
Definitely drop some comments. You know I love the comments.
We love comments. All right, I'm moving some stuff over. I have to look at the embed and stream. Height, it should be held.
The 5 sets of tires. I don't see anyone taking anything right here.
Maybe a little fuel. Maybe some of the drivers that were focused on what they were doing back there getting a little bit of fuel.
Yep. I agree with that. I like that. If I ever qualify in the back and there's early cautions, I like to get off cycle because you never know. You just never know when you're going to need that extra 1 or 2 laps.
Well, there's no stages here too, and that's part of what we're going to be looking at. With no stages, what that means is these drivers are going to get into that rhythm And once they do get into that rhythm, that will be a big run to the end, and trying to make sure that everybody gets there gets on that same cycle is going to be huge. All right, they're going to release him. Payne's going to be your race leader here. Let's see. 40, 33, 15, 16, 25, 4, 6, 5, 8, and 42. Draft. You talk about the draft being super important. Where do we find some of the pace to be able to be worked into this one? Because that's going to be part of the big factor here.
Yeah. So coming out at 3 and 4, if you run that bottom, you got to be able to get up in front of that guy on the outside. Because if not, that draft down that front straightaway you'll really lose some time there if you're stuck on the inside. So I like to try and use that draft as much as possible. You really, if you want to pull out and you think you're going to pull out to the bottom, if you can't clear those guys and you get stuck on the bottom and they're all lined up 3-4 on the outside, you could easily lose 3 or 4 spots. Plus, you're heating your tires up now because you're pinched on the bottom.
Caitlin says, let's go Goat Racing. Grijalva back at home. Hello, Valerie. Much love to you. Haas Beverly on the Facebook chat. What's up? Love what you do as well, brother. Let's go Goat Boys, giving some love out to the Goat Racing fam. And everything should be fixed on the chat, so that should be good to go. You'll start seeing your messages will be up for like 10 or 15 seconds, and then they'll disappear. But they're going to be there, so be good to each other and be kind. And let's go racing one more time for the second time.
Here we go.
Little green flag action is going to happen. They're going to use the start restart zone. That's something that NASCAR uses, and they're going to be back at it trying to do it again. Andrew Payne gets a good jump there, but he might be swallowed up pretty early here. We'll see as they get into the front straightaway to turn 1.
Yeah, we're going to find out right now what line's going to work. We'll see if that 33 gets a run here on the outside.
Steven Isham to the inside of the 16. I'm sorry, the 16 to the inside of the 33. And now they are up and swinging. We're going to see 190-mile-an-hour pace here as they get into the draft and as they get things rolling. Right now, into the corner at 187 for most of the drivers. Andrew Payne actually checked up pretty heavily at 173. I wonder if he's just trying to get the cars to step out and get the tires to step out and get warmed up. A lot of drivers dropping down low to break up the draft. Does that work in the iRacing platform there?
I think it works. I definitely, but you want to get back to that top because you want to have an angle coming into the corner. But it definitely works. Any draft, especially in these Cup cars with that wing. Maybe some of the other Cups, ARCA cars, maybe not as much, but definitely tonight in this car.
8-inch spoiler on the back, and it's got a super speedway spoiler on it. Actually, right now you can tell by the bottom of that race car normally would have a full bumper if it was a super speedway, but the spoiler is what changes most of the draft here. And in the Gen 6 cars, we're seeing that not only the 8-inch solid spoiler, but they have about 2 or 3 inches above that of that plexiglass or that fiberglass that they have on the back of these spoilers, so it looks clear, but realistically it's adding more downforce to the back of the cars, and over time we're going to start seeing they're going to be tight at first. They're going to feel like a snug fit glove, and then over time they're definitely going to be working it. Let's go through your field. Top 20 so far. Donnell Williams off a spot as the 38 makes a good beeline run. Has the 13 of Sean Burke behind him. Cameron Dario in the 2. So even numbers represent the Chop Shop Racing League, I do believe. Yep. And then the Goat Racing League are your odd numbers. So keep that in mind. So right now, Chop Shop Racing, the 40 of Payne not only gets bonus points for the pole, but he also gets bonus points for leading a lap here. Every driver gets those bonus points. So right now, Walsh representing Goat Racing is now trying to track down Andrew Payne. As everybody's a little free off the corner of 2 as we look ahead of Cameron Dario there, who's in 19th. Philip Schmidt's off 5 right there next to him. Matt Magner, the 26, trying to pull the Hooters machine
here. Oh, I thought he was going to make a move. He pulled out for the lead.
Pulled out to the bottom, try to get the draft, and that's something. Clean air is a big factor here, but it does look like the 40 can try to disrupt. Does the 15 just follow suit, or does he try to make his own line here? Because we know that we're talking about the draft in most of this. The 40 can't walk away from this field, not at first.
Correct. When I'm in this situation in the beginning, right now, these first 10, 15 laps, I'm trying to not kill my tires, but also not lose any spots. It's a fine line because you have people drafting down. They're coming up on you. The 15, it seems like he's just trying to keeping that little bubble. He's trying to stay with the 40s draft and keep ahead of the 33. Maybe make his move in 5 or 6 laps here when it gets some wear on the tires. That's what I'm thinking.
Ron Walsh in yesterday's podcast was the favorite to win here, and not only win here, but win in the Xfinity Series race. He's gotten a ton of wins for the GOAT Series already on Thursday nights. Chop Shop Racing runs on Thursday nights as well in their Xfinity Series, but Chop Shop Racing, they're going to go back-to-back races. A lot of these drivers that are in here for Chop Shop tonight are going to be racing tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern for their season opener for their Next Gen Series at Las Vegas. Ron is... he's going to be trying to put a damper on that. He wants to find his pace. 40-15-33. Andrew Payne, super fast. 41.91 on the iRating for Andrew Payne. Ron Walsh, 58.63. So combined almost, actually, yeah, combined for about a 10,000 iRating for the top 2 drivers here.
That's impressive.
Bob Dude out there saying, go, GOAT. I like it. All the GOAT Racing drivers being represented. Made a paint scheme prior to the race, and pretty proud of it. One of the most simple paint schemes you could ever ask for. But the number 5 is running Pikachu, and that was courtesy of our good friend Sweet Action or Marshall out there. He said, hey, you know what he would like? He would like to have Pikachu on his car, so we did that. We also put his wife's unit crest for National Guard unit out there. A little engineering love for the Dark Phoenix crew.
Right here.
Oh, they're going side by side.
So the 33's going with them.
So the 33 is going to push. That's teammates right there. They talked about it before where they don't want to race each other. They want to race the other teams.
That's smart. The 40's going to go super high here. See if he might get a run.
40 high side next to the wall. You got it.
15 did not clear him. So right here, we got the 16 coming up here to draft now. It's really going to, they're going 3 wide. 25 makes it 3 wide.
16 high side, 25 to the bottom, 33 to the middle. 33 is going to clear. Holy cow.
So if the 25, if he can't get up, he's got help, but let's see. Because that 16 is pushing to 33.
Good clear for the 33. 16 still up high. 16, Stephen Isham up 2 spots from the start of the race. Started 6th in qualifying.
We got a car off track, 9 car.
Go back, take a look. Josh Previte right there. It's going to be off the racing surface. Big track here, so he would need to be sideways in the middle of the track here to be able to do anything with that. So he's going to catch back up to speed. We'll see what happens to him. Remember, this is on average finishing position for all of the drivers. That's how it's all scored, and that's something that you got to remember. Everybody wants to battle here, but the key here is to see more even than odd in your top 10, at least inside your top 10. After that, they're going to score from 40th on back to 1st, and that'll be how it's scored. And then they'll take the average of the teams and then add the bonus points for each of the drivers, and they're going to total the teams, and that'll tell us who's going to be the winner. We'll have more updated information after they score this race. But I'm excited to see who's going to get that first win.
I'm excited. And to explain it to anyone who's new to racing watching it, it's pretty much like capture the flag if you've ever played Call of Duty.
Exactly.
You want to have more people up front capturing your flags.
Exactly. Right now, I've got 3, 4, 5. We're about half and half right now. About 5 inside the top 10. We've got 5 Chop Shop racers and 5 GOAT racers. Ron Walsh to the bottom though for the lead. And he gets that. He almost gets it clear in 1 and 2. They're going to be back side by side, and this is how dependent that high line is. The 40 is going to be able to roll that high side, and the 15 almost to the clearing portion. How far? Caution. Oh, caution's going to come out. Andrew Payne is going to be your race leader at the time of caution. Holy cow! Cody Sturgill, Coulter Jr., Grijalva, Sebastian Woodard off track.
What a fun track.
Caitlin giving some love. Love you more. That's what she's. Aw. Thanks for the live stream. Absolutely, Caitlin. Hopefully you're having an amazing day. Let's take a look and see what happened. Of course, all of our cautions brought to you our good friends over at Nerds Doing Nerd Things. Man, you can find Nerds Doing Nerd Things on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, Apple iTunes. Not Apple iTunes. Yeah, Apple iTunes. I think somebody got tied off the corner here. It looked like the 22 was one of the drivers there. Let's take a look. There's Joe Grijalva here. Ooh, I think he might have had to check up. Grijalva right there, the 22. Normally we see him at the 24. Well, let's take a little far chase here for these drivers. When you're fast, you're trying to get yourself around these drivers. You see the two packs kind of separate here. There's Bud Shear in the 93. There's the 22. Oh, he was just trying to ease up, and then the 28, the 26 had a run, and then everybody breaking 14 gets creamed by the 3. 22 gets more nose damage as he was trying to hold on. So that's what happens. They had a good run going on there. 16 of 150 as they continue to move around here. Anything can happen, and who's coming to pit road? Well, pretty much everybody but the front 5.
Wow, that's interesting. 16 lap tires. I think that's going to make for some fun here on this restart. But going back to that replay, Jason, exactly what we were talking about earlier. The 22, he wanted to get up in that draft up on that outside line, and if he got up there maybe a half a second sooner, he might have had some more momentum coming down. And that's the difference. If you get stuck on that bottom, you want to get back to the top really quick, and you get really anxious out there to do it.
A lot of drivers coming in for fuel right now, and that might be the case here. Lucky Dog's going to be the 34. So Chop Shop getting another driver on the lead lap here. I think that was the 34. It looked like the 34. Might be the 34. Might be the 36.
So are you showing strictly just fuel? No one's getting tires this early?
I'm looking. I've got right sides. Let's see. Matt Magner took tires. Charles Garrett, I think the 24 might have just... I don't think he got tires. If he took tires, he took right sides only at 10 seconds on the pit stop. Sammy Harrell took tires. That did happen.
Refresh me on the fuel. How long are we thinking on fuel?
So we're thinking about 36 to 38 laps on fuel. With 5 sets of tires, that pretty much puts everybody in that grand scheme of things. 75% fuel for these drivers. So a lot of the drivers that are inside the top, we're looking inside the top 9. So 9 drivers stayed out. So they've got older tires. They've got a better example of what you're going to be able to see here for a fuel strategy. They've run 16 laps with 6 laps, or 17 laps with 6 of these laps under caution whenever they go back to green flag racing. So there'll still be about 20 laps of a green flag run for them to be able to come into pit road if they're being conservative. So if I'm a driver and I'm doing the math and looking at it, you've got 5 sets of tires and basically 4 pit stops, 4.5 pit stops. I would be looking at this, solidly trying to stay inside the pit strategy of 35 to 37 laps if I can stretch it as much as I can. 2 miles in length at 40 second laps. That's pretty fast for this. We're seeing 49 to 52 seconds on super speedways for that extra half mile, and it takes a lot to get around those big bends to be able to do so. So we'll see. This runs as fast as a super speedway. It's just it's a little different line that you're going to be able to see for the entrance of the corner.
It's going to be really interesting here with people getting tires and fuel, because if we do stay green, there's going to be a lot of cars off cycle.
There's going to be,
guys.
What do we got? We've got all the way to 32nd on the lead lap. So Cody Kinsey, the first driver, looking for a lucky dog here. He did go ahead and get some of the damage repaired. He has not used his fast repair yet, but look for him to be fast. If he can get a lucky dog, he might get into that fast repair section. Mark Rodkin into the 20, Nick Casey in the 12. All these drivers looking for more pace.
Pace car's off, and here we go.
Shane out there, PC promised to be on track soon. We'd love to see it, man. Andrew Payne gets a good restart. Steven Esham's going to be there as well. Ron Walsh back to the outside. Now, he restarted outside and was waiting for the race leader. I think what the restart zone has done is it's choked up the field to be able to go at the same time. But then if you're the race leader, you kind of get a clean restart here. But the rest of the drivers are going to be closer on the action here. Payne, Esham, Valley, Walsh, Van Scoik. Van Scoik driving the number 23, that Toyota trying to be the driver that leads his team to victory lane here. There to the outside, they roll almost 3 and 4 wide is what it looks like as they come around the corner here. Turn 4 and front straightaway, we are 3 wide.
Steven Esham's going to get the lead and lead that lap.
More bonus points for Team Chop Shop. 2 even numbers have led. Jaron Valley in third now to the outside.
The 40 is
Man.
coming right back on him, but I don't think he's going to clear him out of this corner. I think Steven's going to have the outs. No,
Ooh.
he cleared him.
Nice
Wow.
move. Nice move.
Power move.
Look at that down the back straightaway. That is chaos. Holy cow.
Oh. You got Gravedigger on the inside back here. I think that's a Gravedigger paint scheme.
It is the 4 of Michael Stryker Strickland. One of my favorite paint schemes. Oh, 33 to the bottom. 4 ward. Oh, man. You talk about chaos. There they go.
The 33 did get tires, I believe, correct?
Sammy took 4 tires, so he's like, hey, I'm going. Like, let's go. Let's run green flag laps here. And he is all the way to the bottom. He has no care in the world here. Sammy Harrell representing GOAT Racing here in the number 33. 4 wide into the corner now, back to 2x2. This is the difference on tires on the bottom side. 16 laps may not seem like much, but that's what they're looking at. Ron Walsh trying to battle back. He's got Van Scoik to the high side. 15, 23 side by side. The 42 in front of him. Jaron Valley trying to lead another lap, or trying to get himself up front to lead a lap here. So we've got bonus points for the 40 and the 16, I do believe. I think the 16 did get credit for leading a lap, but right now, Andrew Payne trying to hold on 15 to the bottom.
Correct. The 16 was able to lead. That 33 is coming, though.
Sammy says, IDAGF. Let's go. Yeah, I said the acronym, but I'm not going to say the words, folks. That's just not who I am. 15 to Ron Walsh to the inside. 13 takes over Sean Burke. Part of the RBS family, little Dogecoin action there to the inside of his team leader, the 23. Now the 15 checks back up. How about a whole lot of GOAT Racings right next to each other, 3 and 4 wide. Big bump from the 13 to the 15, 33 to the inside, 21. I tell you what, GOAT Racing is coming. You have 2 Chop Shop Racing League drivers now. Bud Shearer, part of the RBS family, rolling the high side, very high on the turn 1 and 2.
We got another yellow here, Jason.
Sebastian Woodard involved, Philip Schmitz, John Hammond, and Christoph Hall all involved in that caution. I tell you what, Andrew Payne's getting lucked out here because these drivers are looking to put a damper on his leading ways, including that driver, the 93 of Bud Shearer.
Yes, they were coming. These guys on tires were coming.
And some of the drivers, Bud Shearer has yet to come to pit road. He didn't even have tires. He was just being fast. Bogart was coming. Van Scoik was coming. Jaron Valley had a great restart, so he's up 4 spots. Biggest mover of the race is Sean Burke. He's up 15. He has yet to come to pit road as well.
You're going to see a ton of comers and goers tonight. Who can manage their tires?
And who's going to manage that fuel? That's a big factor here as they look to be faster and faster. 3rd caution of the race. As they
if you
come
have
around.
a pit now, I think they're going to have to be pitting here now for fuel because lap 25, if we're thinking 38, do you want to risk pitting under green?
I mean, at this particular moment, if I'm the 40 and the 16, 2 teammates, of course, the Amplify Esports teammates of Andrew Payne and Stephen Isham running together here representing the GOAT Racing League, I'm thinking about, I've got about 12 more laps before I think I can come to pit road or that I need to come to pit road. I'm probably thinking that I'm coming this time by. I mean, we'll be 25 laps in this when they cross the start-finish line, and they look like they're anticipating coming in.
That's what I feel like if you stay out now and you have to pit in under green in 10 laps, you'll definitely lose a lap.
All right.
Some are not coming in.
And a lot of the drivers that are inside the top 10 that have not come to pit road, they're going to stay out because Andrew Payne's out. They're going to stay out because Bud Shearer's out, and Sammy Harrell. He's going to have a restart here that you'll never guess. All right, let's take a look at that caution here. Here is Sebastian Woodard here and a little far chase for him. There's the 14. 11's going to be right there with him. Something happened here. Oh, the 8. The 9 and the 8 get into it, then the 11. Then, oh, man, the helicopter comes out. Oh, man, look at the 11. Holy cow. That's Christoph Hall. He got sent. But one more time here. Looks like the 9 got into, and that was the 9 of Josh Previte out there. Let's take a look. Here's the 11.
Just getting into the corner there.
Oh, no. I think the 8 came down onto the 9 there. Oh, man. And Christoph went for a ride. How about them apples? Yeah, we know what that is.
Yeah. Yep.
Go
I'm
ahead.
catching up on that right now. Yeah. It just looks like the 8 came down maybe a half a lane more than the 9 was expecting there.
So
Just a
John,
little bit earlier turn.
let's look at that. I do want to look at that. He was able to save it a little bit there, so we'll see what happened. They are 3 wide. The 9 was there. The 8 was there too. A little far chase. Here's the 8. The 9 had the run on the inside and running the bottom lane. Josh had tires, not only being a lap down car. Oh, the 8 was trying to come down into the lane right there. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit of a hard racing incident. But I tell you what, holy cow. The carnage behind. Man. New car for the 8s.
I think 8 might have been able to have it saved if he didn't get that second hit from the one guy coming in there.
I think that's part of this racetrack, though. Excuse me.
The closing rate.
It's
just so fast.
You're going to be up to 190 miles an hour, but whenever you're in a wreck, I mean, you're down to you're down at least a third of the speed that everybody else is, and getting on your brakes that hard is going to be difficult. All right, 40, 16, 93, 43. I'm sorry, 42. The 5 and the 23 will be side by side. Goat Racing is coming. They have at least another 7 drivers behind that front set. I mean, I'm looking at the relative here. We've got 3 Chop Shop drivers inside the top 10, and then all the way to 11th, you're going to see Goat Racing, and then Alan Martin and Charles Garrett, Michael Stryker Strickland, all 3 of those drivers representing Chop Shop are going to be there 12th, 13th, and 14th. Bill Hale's looking to rebound here as well. Joshua Brock the 1. A lot of drivers here trying to bide and help their team take home the bragging rights here. And hopefully by the 3rd race, I have this belt with me because I've got a belt for these folks, and we're going to put on a placard of who's going to be your number 1.
So let's see here if Bud can get a great restart here with the 40, and he might be able to come out in second here. Let's see.
Good restart by both of those drivers. Bud Shearer to the inside, 42. Good push to Stephen Isham up there. 93 is going to be up the race line a little bit. And a whole lot of drivers doing a whole lot of everything. Thank you to MRC. And I don't know who our second race controller is. We have 2 race controllers, but Mars number 1 up there right now. Bud Shearer is going to be side by side with the 16. Little side draft action. These cars side draft really well. Look at the chaos ensuing from the TV2 cam. Down the back straightaway. Holy goodness gracious. Bud to the bottom. Donna, thank you. Go ahead.
Just a little push-up. Yeah, that little bit of push-up there on that. Got the 42 there. Was just in the wall just a little bit from that.
Little right side. Never hurt anybody.
Yeah, it's just he's coming up 93 on track, but 39 on the scoring for Bud.
Yeah, he's running backwards. Little contact from the 16 to the 93. Yeah, he is the 93 there, folks. They are running up to 40 numbers, so he is the 39. But he's running the backwards 39. But sure runs the high side 42 back to the inside valley, trying to roll. I don't know. There's Sammy.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like I have a favorite already, but I just see 4 tires coming. He could just turn to the bottom and hold it, and that right there is tires. He's also going to be able to go another 21 laps on fuel if this stays green
because of the cautions. Absolutely. Donna giving us a go down there. Thank you, Donna Van Scoik. She's cheering on the Goat Racing legend himself. 33 to the inside of the 93. Everybody getting dicey. 3 and 4 wide behind. Holy cow. Move over. I'm coming, he says. Sammy with brand new tires, passing everybody like they're standing still. He pulls the draft of the 40 and says, "Excuse me, beep beep. I need some bonus points."
Yeah, he's gonna have a run coming into this corner. See if he backs it up and gets a run coming out of turn 2, or is he just gonna turn left?
Coulter, I've asked everybody out there to keep that stuff in the Discords and keep it between your leagues. Please keep it out of the chat. Thank you so much. 33 full sends. I asked very nicely of folks to make sure that and the drivers know that my number one thing that I've always said is that I understand the frustrations of racing and the frustrations of driving out there, but please leave it out of my chats. I love everybody out there, and I appreciate every driver that's in here, and I understand the frustration, but you know, you know, what a rough day, what a tough day. I can get that. There's tact involved in that. We want to make sure that everybody knows. Please, you know, it's frustrating, and I get it. I really do, especially for a long race like this. But there's more racing left to go, and you can come back and win race 2. That's where I look at it. Sammy Harrell, Andrew Payne, Stephen Isham, Bud Shearer, Jaron Valley, your top 5.
One thing I have noticed now with the 33 in front, a little bit of dirty air dumped on that 40. I noticed him get a little tight coming out of turns 3 and 4, and the 16 got a run on him, but he didn't force the issue.
I think tight. When you get tight with the dirty air,
oh, it's scary. It happens.
Slows that track position and that rundown. You see the 93 running high, or Bud Shearer up there. He's running higher to keep his nose a little bit more clean, but nothing to be gained right now. And we see a whole lot of drivers back here trying to bide for any kind of position. 2 and 3 wide, kind of making it interesting.
Yeah, I liked 1 and 2. I definitely like running up high. I don't know if in 3 and 4 it works as well. I think 3 and 4 the track's a little shaped a little bit different. You can get a little bit further down on the apron, cut the corner, shave off a couple feet on the track.
Striker trying to battle back here. He is your 24 into the 34. 34 drops down. He's going to be into the wall. Caution's going to come out. That was Ryan Cliver, I do believe, there in the 34. He had to jump to pits. And even though he's the 36 on the relative, I think he had to jump. So caution's going to come back out, and we appreciate it. Whole lot of drivers here. That's what's going on. A whole lot of track, a whole lot of fun. And we look at it and see it being the case.
Tell you what, those leaders up there that did not hit yet, they were probably very excited to see that caution.
Oh, I bet.
They had to be 5-7 laps away.
Here's a look. 34 up the racetrack a little bit. 1 comes down to... That was a knee-jerk reaction that I saw there. I think, ooh, man, a lot of net-coated cars going through Ryan Cliver there. Holy cow. So let's take a look. The 1 was there to the high side. That's Joshua Brock. And if we go a little bit further here, he's got to get out of the gas. The 24 is still up high. He's trying to keep himself off the wall. 24 wiggles down, gets into his teammate here. And then look at all that net code. Look at all the drivers going straight through the 34 there. Hopefully they don't get any damage out of that. Pacing around, 4th caution of the race, and it's going to be absolutely insane and interesting to see here. Holy goodness gracious. All right. Who came to pit road? Well, pretty much we'll see. Nobody.
93's faking it. Oh, no, here comes
there they go.
Yep.
Sammy's going to stay out. He's going to be off cycle.
And how quickly he went from 11 to 4 tires to now he wants them. But only 4 sets left now for the majority of the field.
Joe Tardif should be your lucky dog. He is. 37 should be your lucky dog. It should put him back on the lead lap this time by. We'll see as he comes around. Hopefully I don't think he was involved in that contact. We're going to see, though, because that's something that iRacing has scored differently here. Let's give it a big shout out to Bill Hales out there. Bill giving some love. Folks, if you haven't done so, make sure you like, follow, subscribe on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. 3 drivers out. Bud Shearer is going to win the race off pit road. He took right sides only. Nathan Bogart did the same thing. Andrew Payne took 4 tires. Stephen Isham took 4 tires. Van Scoy took right sides only. Jaron Valley took 4 tires. So we're going to see the 2 versus 4 tire strategy. And Sammy Harrell still has some life in those tires. He's been able to drive around this racetrack, but we're going to see, because he's got Cody Sturgill and Christoph Hall, who came out on 24. They're going to be right behind him, and so not only do they have fresher tires, but they're going to have 8-lap fresher tires, but they're going to have a little bit more fuel than him. And the Spicy Man, hashtag Spicy. Oh yeah, Holland is out there. There's Mr. Hashtag Spicy.
So I'm calculating we're going to have 115 pretty much laps left to go. We're thinking 36, 38 laps on fuel. This might put it right into exactly 3 stops. But if someone can knock off 1 stop and get a 2, if it stayed green the whole race.
It'd be curious to see, that's for sure.
On the long run, you could save some fuel simply because you're going to be lifting more. If you could utilize that draft, but it all depends if there's no cautions, and you never can count on that. You never know.
Auto Club was decided by Goat Racing as the racetrack to be driving here, and right now inside the top 5, all of Goat Racing being represented, and then behind those 2 drivers, we have behind those 5 drivers, we have 3 Chop Shop Racing League drivers, and then a big slew of another 5 drivers of our Goat Racing League, and then some Chop Shops still trying to work on getting themselves up there inside the top 10 as well. So, I tell you what, it's turned into a race, turned into a big old skadoosh race.
It is. We've had a lot of different people up here, and this restart is going to be interesting. You're going to have old tires, 2 tires, and 4.
Bonus points for leading a lap. That's the big one. If I'm Sammy Harrell and I want my team to have more bonus points, do I let the 19 lead and then take back over the lead? I mean, questions, comments.
Hey, if they can stay side by side, it'll make it that much harder.
Just a little bit of a lift, and then go back at it. Tell you what, team point events, that's an interesting take on this. Could you imagine if NASCAR actually ran this way? Like, you got, yes, you get bonus points for winning, but this is it'll be all about team racing. I mean, that's what we see out of like the endurance races and stuff like that. It's all about the team finish and where you're going to be. Of course, you get points for winning the race, but team points are big benefactors. Waiting for the green flag, they got to get it.
33 gets a nice jump. They tell you what, the cars on the outside are lined up, so you better get up there. Coming out of turn 2, you better get up there.
Roadkin had to jump to pit. Something happened to Mark. So the 20 is going to be on pit road right now. He's rolling. Not quite sure what happened there. Ooh, Bogart getting kind of beat and banged around here. 93 is going to let him in. So Bud Shearer could be top 5 for all these drivers. Bud Shearer's on fresh tires. Bogart's got some right sides. 93 is going to put it next to the wall. How about 4 wide? That's okay. How about 5 wide here at Auto Club? Sammy leading by a comfortable quarter second, but not for long. Christoph Hall ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, Payne's coming.
Down to the bottom he goes. Realizes, hey, those freshies made the 33 faster than me, and now an opportunity. Andrew Payne, Stephen Isham, 1-2 of the Gen 6 series. Now we're starting to see where all the drivers, where they left off, whatever the Gen 6 cars. Now, Christoph Hall goes for the lead here. He's going to lead a lap as they come around. And so that's bonus points for Goat Racing. The 40 might take back over the lead. So the 40 leading here doesn't benefit bonus points. It just benefits the race line. If I'm him, I'm like, all right, 16 needs to lead a lap. 42 needs to lead a lap. That's my team right there.
Yeah, that 16's been glued to that 40's bumper. He's been a heck of a teammate right there. He's pushing him.
Little help from the 40, pulling the 16 with him. 16 is going to get there to the inside of the 11, so Andrew Payne back out front. 16 is going to be right there. 42 to the inside. 15 rolling. Ron Walsh back in the mix is, again, one of the odds-on favorite. That they were, the 33. Teammates, 19. Big stack up here. And a whole lot of drivers involved up front. Ron was able to miss that one, but he had a whole lot of folks right there with him. Cody Kinsey having a stop here. There's the 31 doing the same thing. Reese Burnett, everybody stopping on the race line there. Well, dang,
Strickland did a nice job avoiding that. He was able to go down through the grass.
Holy cow. All right, let's take a look and see what happened here. A whole lot of drivers in the field today, and we're gonna try to bounce as much as we can. Stryker in the 4 able to miss that in front of him. So let's kind of work that in front. You can already just see it happening up there. The 33, and that was Bud Shearer there. It's not Bud Shearer, Sammy Harrell right here. The 19 was to the inside. The 6 was to the inside of him. And that was the run that he had. So he's got a little bit older tires. 19 had a good run. 6 was there as well. 19 comes up. He got a little free.
Yeah. The back end stepped out just that little bit.
Snapped and then help me
when
Tom
that happens.
Cruise. Help me Oprah Winfrey. Sammy
Yeah, when
went
that
for a
happens,
ride.
you're just not able to turn as much anymore. You just got to, and the car just takes off.
Man, oh man, still fixing the PC out there. Hey, I understand. 33 of Sammy Harrell.
If you could get in-car camera there on number 4, you can see he did a really nice job.
Let's see, a little cockpit view here.
Really nice job of avoiding it. He was anticipating it.
And he's out of the gas. Part of the thing about the gas, ooh, you can see it in the rear view mirror. Sammy's just going. Oh. Something you don't want to do when you hit the grass is hit the throttle. You want to get out of the throttle as much as possible. Andrew Payne is going to be a race leader every time that he gets a breath of fresh air. There's something that might come in behind him, and it's kind of the way it's working. 40 of 150 so far for the drivers. Good to see everybody out there. Again, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Much love to everybody in the fam, and hopefully you're all having a fantastic evening. I got to make sure that we have typed in VR chat because I got to get credit for the gaming. So we'll make sure we do that on our Facebook page. Thank you to everybody out there doing what you do. Because I still have yet to been able to type. I don't know if iRacing's gaming platform. Oh, there it is. I could tag iRacing again. Woohoo! Thank you, iRacing, for getting that fixed.
Did you notice while we were watching the replays, if you could pull up, did anyone get fuel?
Let's see. Lap
Because
40.
I'm thinking
Cameron Dario, first one.
Okay, let's remember that name. Just if this stays green, I think he can definitely do a 2-stop race where everyone else will probably have to do 3. I'm thinking.
Bud Shearer
Based
came to
off
pit
of-
road. That's a big name to come to pit road. Van Squake as well.
Yeah, if things settle down here and it stays green, it's something to always think about. I always have that in the back of my mind.
Who's going to be able to have that huge run? Who's going to have that time? Oh man,
Yeah.
Shane Wheeldon giving us some love. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, folks. Get out there and give the likes, give the follows, give the platform some love on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I'd appreciate it if you did. Of course, and always, we love to see you all out there. It's a free way to support and free way to make sure that we're taking care of things over here at Signature Esports to be able to make these race lines what they are, and these drivers get the exposure that they are. We're just trying to continue to grow to be able to do more and help all of these leagues with their exposure. Man, tell you what,
We're gonna have 108 to go.
it's interesting to see. Interesting to see for sure.
Speaking of the 4 car, he's right there, lined up on the inside, 4th row back. Was able to avoid that accident. He's right here.
Top 10. Now the attitude is switched because now there's only like 3 or 4 drivers representing Goat League up inside the top 10 right now. So up inside the top 15. That's a huge change from what we saw a moment ago. Chop Shop has pretty much the front 20 locked in at the moment, so we'll see what they're going to be able to do here. Payne, Isham, Valley, Hall, Walsh. It's going to be your top 5.
40 jumped up high to give a little draft to the 16. They're working together really nice. 42's coming to help push.
Team-based driving, 6 there with him as well. Chop Shop Racing.
Yeah,
1
they
through
are all lined up.
1 through 5 right now. The 11 needs some help from Ron Walsh behind.
There goes the 16 to lead that lap for that bonus point for the team.
Kinda knew that was coming.
And here comes 42. They are working together right now.
Little Feathers. Valley actually led that lap. So the 16 needs to lead a lap. They need to give it to him.
I think the 16 I think he led one
Did he?
earlier in the race. I think so. I believe.
It's all good. That's 15 bonus points total. 5 bonus points for leading a lap here.
Here comes the 6 now. He's like, I need my point, and the 4's coming. They are working together.
Christoph Hall trying to make it work. Christoph Hall has bonus points as well. Alan Martin, Ron Walsh. Ron is the only driver up there that has been battling his tuchus off that hasn't led a lap yet. And that's what he needs.
Right now, just to remind anyone joining, this is a team-sanctioned event. Even cars, odd cars. Maybe you could explain that a little bit better, Jason. I'm not missing anything.
No, you're good. He got it. That's exactly what it is. So odd numbers represent caution's going to come out. Oh, they're turning again. Holy cow, they're still rolling.
Bud Shear. I saw him right at the corner.
And Bud having his car turned around there. Hopefully he's going to be able to get rolling forward. I don't know if he has a fast repair left. I don't think he had to use one, so we'll see what happened there. But the odd numbers represent Go Racing League. The even numbers represent Shop Racing League. And no, it's not a demolition derby. Yes, this is the sixth caution. It is what it is. The drivers are just they're beating and banging. They're trying to race each other. They're trying to figure out who's going to do what here. And it's just kind of the way things have been rolling. There's Bud Shearer right here. A little far chase. Let's see. I think it happened in front of him. I think somebody got free or somebody drove up the racetrack here. Let's see. Oh, the 24 and the 8. Oh, the 27 just tried to hold on to it. Then the 32 gets into him. So teammates kind of getting into it again here. There's Charles Garrett here. I think Charles got loose, but I wonder if it was a net code loose. There's the 8 of John Hammond behind Charles. Oh, net code. No. That was a net code bump. And the 9 slides in, says, "Hi, how are you?" Oh, folks, if you don't know what net code is, well, here's a great explanation for that. Let's get into, there's Charles Garrett here in the 24. One more time on that one. So what happens is that each one of these cars are GPS dots, so I'm basically on a virtual track in across gaming. And what you see is here the 24 getting a run, doing his job, doing his due diligence. Let's hit the course. Now the 8's coming up, and there's a collision box, an invisible box around all the drivers, and you see the left rear quarter panel get a little ting, and that turns the 24. There's no arrow upset there. As you see the 8 go around trying to keep himself clean there, the 24 gets a little bit of a hard push right there for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, that's just you could see the fender on the 8 crinkle and then come right back and fix itself automatically, and that's a classic sign of netcode.
Kenzie driving the Chop Racing modified at the moment. He's been taking a beating, but I tell you what, Kenzie won't quit. Kenzie's that's how Kenzie, if he gets dinged up and gets banged up, I tell you what, he'll come back at it and he'll roll it. Jaron Valley, Andrew Payne, Stephen Isham, Michael Stryker Strickland. Front 2 rows on the restart here are going to be drivers that are they're all representing Chop Racing. And then Christoph Hall and Ron Walsh try to get themselves up there. This is a huge points event. It's going to come down to the interline race line for everybody. The next track is still being determined, and I think it might be being determined based on the let's do this, Cody man. You got 19, gotta love you. Oh, so you're gonna be married. Nice. Grijalva races his go-kart. Excited to see him race again. I'm loving to see it. I tell you what, these folks they're going to be enjoying some of the race. Cody Sturgill still looking for a free pass here to get back a couple of his laps. He's a couple of laps down, but I tell you what, he's still got a place here, and those are still points that he's representing for this series.
Looking like 27 here on the lead lap for this restart. 27 cars on the lead lap.
It's still a lot of drivers.
Yeah. Looks like the 42's rear bumper maybe a little dented in.
Got a little crinkle going on there.
Yeah.
A little crinkle going on there.
Yeah. Maybe it helps. You never know.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's just a good place for the 16 to plant his nose.
Exactly.
18 cars, bro. Yeah, we understand. We understand. Sometimes tough. I promise you, it's sometimes tough. That at least means 19 drivers are going to be scored for each series, I do believe. So Shane, don't stress. You're good, man. You're good. So with a 40-car field, if there were 20 and 20 right now, then 20 and 20 means that these drivers are going to be, they would score it evenly. So if there's an odd driver there, an odd number of drivers, they're only going to score the positions that are leveled out. So if there are 18 drivers for Chop Shop and 19 drivers for Goat Racing, that means that they're only going to score the top 18 for Chop Shop and the top 18 for Goat Racing. They really need a green flag run here. I think that's going to ultimately decide who's going to have the pace and who's going to have the speed. You watched my commercial, 15 a little free up the corner, 12 to the back bumper there. I tell you what, when I say who's going to define the pace and who's going to define the speed, that is what they need to figure out here. You can't win every race just based off of restarts. I mean, you can, and that might be a factor here, but you definitely want to see green flag racing here. 42 up high next to the wall forward, keeping the line blocked down. Ron Walsh back to the inside, representing Goat Racing here as the 15 rolls the corner, driving my number too. So I might have to root for Ron Walsh here.
He's got to get through all these cars that are not on his team. He's doing it.
He's got to get a run right now. Ron Walsh took tires on 34, like the drivers in front of him. So there is opportunity here. And Aaron Jackson in the 21. We watched him get a win last week. He's going to be there to the inside. 13 drops to the bottom. Sean Burke trying to roll. RBS Racing, part of the Goat Racing Machines. That's one of the teams that they were talking about yesterday during these league owners during our podcast. If you haven't checked that out, check out the YouTube channel and check out our Facebook page and our Twitch replays as well. You'll be able to check out what they were talking about yesterday. All the trash talking they can get going on there. Absolutely insane to see. But right now, a whole lot of drivers moving. Bill Hale's one of them. 29 rolling to the corner, up 23 spots so far. And things are starting to settle in. Ron Walsh back to fourth where he started.
That previous run, Ron Walsh, he drove up. He was on the inside of the leader coming out of turn 3 and turn 4. He didn't have to draft down there, and they all got by him. He fell back to 4th or 5th here. That's how important that draft is.
Lap traffic coming up. 40 pulls the inside lane here, trying to utilize his own run. 15 there to the inside, trying to edge out another position here.
Just does not have that help. He's going to need someone. Let's see the 21s behind him if he can get up there and give him a little bit of push.
Inside line run for the 15. Everybody running high. Now
coming up here on a lap car.
Now's the time where you start thinking about dependency on the racetrack. There's the 3 of Michael Coulter Jr. He's going to stay where he needs to. You know that this is a big track and there's a lot of drivers looking for it. Coulter trying to get another position out of this because you don't want to end your race on too early and know that that's what's going to happen. He was frustrated earlier, and I completely understand the frustration of having a big race and having to get your car fixed and get back out there and feel like you got ran over. But that's at this racetrack, it's difficult to see. 3 to the high side as Coulter tries to make another position up. As long as he can continue to run here, more drivers might end up out of this race, and we'll see depending on how it is. But look how the 3 is able to run with the 40. The draft line here, that important, and that high line, even with damage, is super, super fun and super, super interesting to know because that's a big run.
Definitely. In the 16, he's going to be stalled out right here. They'll be side by side, so I'll see if the 4 can get a run.
Tell you what, the 3 is actually helping the situation here for Goat Racing. We see another driver up high. 10-5-42. Everybody trying to hold some pace. Coulter Jr. doing a great job of mitigating some of those drivers that are inside the top 5 that are all Chop Shop Racing League drivers. He's able to try to pull some pace here and try to get in the way, which is not a bad idea, but he needs more of his team there because right now inside the top 6, I mean, we're looking at all even numbers. Top 5, all even numbers. Nathan Bogart, your first representative for Goat Racing League at the moment.
Yeah, and he's working at outside line.
Got a little bit of damage repaired when he came to pit road, but he did take tires as well. So he's utilizing that high line. And Pikachu is being speedy. He's like lightning. Little left rear damage for the 5, but it's nothing that he can't handle because clearly he's able to get himself up there. He wants to feel like he's contributing. Well, I tell you what, he's doing that just right now. Folks, if you're contributing, you're out there in the chats and you're chatting it up, and don't feel like it. And Shane, don't feel like you're letting anybody down here because that's not the case. It is a race. Sometimes these things happen. These things happen in league races. So, just to bear that in mind. It's all good. Not letting anybody down.
The 5 of Bogart's making up time.
He is there to the 4th place as he needs to be. He's pulling the draft of the 3 in front. This is helping Bogart. The 3 is the 21 to the inside. Aaron Jackson trying to roll the corner. The one thing he's got to keep in mind and bear in mind that he's got, the 3 into the 16. Oh, man. No caution's now going to come out, and the 11 caught up. Bogart able to miss that. He got a little contact, but he was able to miss the majority of that. He's going to find himself in 4th here. That was insane. We had the right car to be able to watch that through.
Yeah.
And, man.
Yeah, he got through.
Let's take a look and see what happened there. So the 3 was there with the 16. 3 was holding his line. That's something that we're seeing here. The 3 was holding his line. That was Coulter Jr. right there. He was doing exactly what he needed to do, and he cannot help that the draft helps these cars. So bear that in mind. I'm going to stick up for this this situation right here. Coulter, good run on the high side, runs a little bit lower. 2nd lane, 16 comes up into the 3. 16 not thinking he was going to be that close. And Coulter, and then somebody hit Coulter again.
Yeah, I'm watching in car right now with the 16, and it just seemed like the car started coming up on him just a little bit.
One more time, Aaron Jackson involved. The 3 had a good line there. There's nothing wrong with the line that he had. 16 had a run to the inside, got a bump from the 4 to get a little pass by the 3. The team event, so the 3. Look at that run that the 3 had. He's going to come back. He's going to utilize that 2nd lane, which is smart. And then 16 tried to come up and take his line away. Got into the 15 and the 21 and the 11. So 3 cars taken out by the 16. Well, not taken out, but at least when he was wrecking, he got into the GOAT racing guys and not his teammates. I'm saying that with a light heart. 24 is going to be your lucky dog. He's going to come back around and be on the lead lap, so that's a plus. So another driver for that series. 48, 4, 42, 5, 29, 13, 2, 8, 10, 35. It's going to be your top 10.
And I'm sitting here. I'm still watching that replay. And that 16, those right side tires are just right on that seam.
Mm-hmm.
The track is bumpy. He got the seam there. It's just that little bit, just that millisecond of grip. The car just came up a little bit.
I tell you what, and he's talking about the seam, folks. You see the dark lines running around the track. That's the seam he's talking about. This racetrack is pieced together with seams, just like most racetracks are, but this is more apparent. That dark line, that black the asphalt line that you would see right there. What happens with that is that your tires get on that, and it's a different texture. And even in these cars, even on the simulator, just like it does in NASCAR, you can get that car a little bit freed up and a little bit tight. The nose can get tight when you get freed up, and you kind of come up the racetrack a little bit right there. So some great insight, and I forget to talk about that line a lot. Man, oh man.
Yeah. Going down the back straightaway, this track, it's sometimes when people are side drafting you and you're on that outside line and you're right up against the wall, you have nowhere to go. These bumps, it's amazing how they scan it. It blows my mind how realistic they make it, but you're so pinched up there, and it sometimes just gets crazy.
7th caution of the race here, 50, and the cautions are only 3 laps now, and that's been that's the kind of the NASCAR rule, and so these drivers have been able to utilize that. little static cam action as they get kind of lined up here, and you see what driver's going to be doing what. Just getting lined up and getting ready to go back to green flag racing. The 9 and company all down low. And remember, this is for some bragging rights for the leagues. These drivers are here to represent the leagues they run for, and to have the bragging rights of the best league there. Bill Hales in the 29, somebody that you don't ever want to sleep
Jason.
on. Yeah.
Sorry, really quick. Could we just go in-car camera on the 5, Bogart, for this restart?
I sure can.
All right, sorry about that. I just think this is going to be a pretty interesting restart here for him. I think he's got the tires, and he was good on the outside.
Even with a little bit of damage, we'll see what he's got for in front of him. Restart zone. Went for the leader. Can't pass the leader. Come on, 4. Come on, 4. Oh, caution was extended, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting nervous there. Why are they not going? You were talking about the 29. I don't want to take any attention away from him.
Bill Hales, one of the drivers that we see get out there and just completely send everything he has on the racetrack. He always represents Melanie and their businesses. And I was looking at what they were doing here. He's got a little different car today, a little game fuel on the old 29.
I like the colors. I'm always a fan of bright colors.
Bill's a great driver. A lot of these drivers, all of these drivers are great drivers. The thing is that they're all great drivers in a field of all great drivers. That's something that we bear that in mind, folks. When this field may seem like it's kind of had a few cautions here, which it has, but it's realistically a whole bunch of good race lines and a whole bunch of fantastic drivers representing their league, trying to push the limits and try to put themselves in contention. Most of these drivers aren't. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Now, I was going to say these drivers aren't focused on. Most of them are focused on winning the race. A lot of drivers aren't focused on points.
Yeah, you're going to have multiple strategies going on here.
All right, now they're going to go back at it. Restart zone for the 40 of the 4. We'll take a look.
Here they go. The 40 definitely got a good restart there. The 42, I think they're going to clear. Yeah, they cleared a 4.
Bogart might stay high here. We'll see. He's got the 29 below. Third lane for him. Even with damage, I think that might be what's upsetting his car right now. He's going to have the 13 to the inside. Going to drop a little bit here, but it'll be all right. He's got to get those tires up to snuff. Sean Burke, part of the RBS team, running the bottom line there to the inside of the 2. 5's going to be right there with the 29. Van Scoik back in the mix as well. 10 there, 3 wide. 8's going to be there to the high side. 35 there as well. Spicy little right side. There is Bud Shear back in the mix. He did have a fast repair, so he's ready to go. Got nothing to lose now. Andrew Payne, your race leader right now. Jaron Valley in second. Michael Stryker Strickland, they're wrecking. No, they're not wrecking. They're close. Everybody's still on the racetrack. We're still green here. You know, a driver that's back on the lead lap and cruising for top 20 with a modified. Well, there's the 28 of Cody Kinsey.
I'm on board right now with the 29. He's got a huge run to the inside. He does not take it, though. Backed off. Did not want to push the issue. That was probably smart right now. Try and settle in.
I think that's the big thing here. They've got to find pace and settle into the race line. And right now, the 29 and the 5 battling back here.
He barely was cleared.
Oh, man. 5, 13, 29. Bogart has figured something out, even with a little bit of damage there. He is catching those front 4 drivers.
Yeah, see if the 5, 13, and 29 here could maybe work together and get up there and break up the pack a little bit.
2 to the high side. 5 says 2 stay there. 5, third lane, fourth lane here. Pulls the draft package one more time. And look at the run he's getting to the back quarter panel, or back to the back bumper of these drivers. If the 2 decides to not break into the corner, the 5 would have a huge advantage there.
I think he's going to have, and the 2's able to clear him. If the 5 could have just, all right, he was looking. I thought he was maybe going to get to the outside.
I think he's going to be there. He's going to have that drive line. He's going to force the 2 to change his line here as the 4 runs high. So the 4 tries to run a little higher there too to force the 5 to change his drive line. High line running. 2's going to clear again. 13's going to be back to the inside. But that's what's changing everything here as Andrew Payne continues to lead 65 of 150. 13 back to the inside. 5's going to be up high. 13 down low. Sean Burke trying to make some things work here. There to the inside of the 2. 5, 2, 13 there. Back rolling. 4's trying to make sure. I tell you what, these top 4 are doing a great job of trying to keep themselves together. But
they really are.
But you got John Hammond there trying to disrupt this little 3-car pack to the 13 and the 5. Ooh, 2 runs a little higher there. Almost forces Bogart into the wall. 13 will be side by side. 29 of Bill Hales running the corner with the 13 to the bottom.
Yeah, 29 is going to be able to give the 13 some nice draft there and help. Yeah, they just got to figure something out to get around these front 4. They need to get some points. They got to be searching for those points right now because the even guys have been leading a bunch of laps. The 5's on to the outside of the 2 right now, so if anyone could get up there and help him, he's going to have the preferred line going into the corner. He should be able to stay with him, and he needs to be able to clear him going down the back straightaway so he could be all up in that draft behind that 4.
Bogart needs to be in that second lane right now. He's utilizing that third lane run, but he's going to have the pace. There it is.
Yep. So the 4 drops down to try and give some toe to the 2.
Cameron Dario trying to roll 4, disrupts the 5's line there, tries to run a natural line. 8 back to the corner. John Hammond came in on 34, took 5 tires. Nathan Bogart there back to the 2 again. So the 8's helping the 2. 13 needs to get up there and help his teammate if they're going to try to win any portion of this. 5 pulls a side draft from the 2.
Yeah, that shows right there how important that draft is. That 8 was hooked up to that 2. If the 13 could get a little closer.
Everybody's running where they're comfortable. And right now the 5 gets a huge run on the back straightaway. And he's going to pull the 42's draft. That might actually help the line here. 13 to the back bumper of the 5.
Oh,
4 cuts him off. Stryker needs to make sure that he's aware, and we talked to Stryker yesterday. Stryker needs to be very aware of his race line there because he almost got turned. 13 to the back bumper of the 5. Big push.
Yeah, that's what he needed. The 13 did a really good job right there.
Sean Burke right there on board. We're going to go on board with the 13 and see what the line is he's trying to run here. Out of the throttle hugely. You hear the throttle control that he's trying to have. And the 5 to clear. Gets around the 42. Stryker trying to get up there and help Andrew Payne. Look at Bogart get into that corner.
Yeah, the 13 I think he'll have a good run here to stay right with the 5 and give him some good push.
Bogart as patient as you can ask for right now.
He gets oh gosh.
Tell you what, if Bogart can get a better restart and keep himself in that outside lane, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for him.
We're on lap 70 here, so we are just shy of halfway.
Very close. We'll go back to racing. We should be right at the halfway mark, right about 74, 75. 8th caution of the race, and that was some great racing right there. Not to take a look at this guy. My biggest. I'm gonna be a cheerleader for the 28 now. If I had to pick drivers for, of course I'm gonna. Bogart's he's my co-commentator for our podcast. He's also a really good friend. Love what he does. But if I had to pick somebody for the Chop Shop Racing League, I'm gonna pick the modified underdog. Cody Kinsey is up to 13th now. And I'm gonna be a fan. I'm gonna be a fan. Hopefully, I don't give him the commentator's curse because I hate doing that. But man, I got a lot of people in here that I really appreciate and really like. Grijalva, of course, he's rebounding from what he had. But look at Cody Kinsey. He is up to 13th, and he's got no car.
Tell you who else is up there that we forgot about? Bud Shear. Remember, he was in that accident. He had a fast repair still, and he's all the way back up to 10th.
He's got a little bit of right side now still, but that might have been from the wall. Who knows? This is a heavy racetrack. Andrew Payne has done a phenomenal job of getting the restarts that he needs. And things have kind of been shaken up all over the place. We had strategy changes. Now we're trying to make sure cautions aren't the formidable portion. Oh no, Ron Walsh. 15. Oh, the 9 was involved again. There's the 31 of the 1 of Joshua Brock. I see that on that. There's the 9. Gets into the 22. There's a lot going on right there. Let's back it up. Oof. I think that was a 22 there of Grijalva getting tagged there. I don't know. Let's see. 22 tries to clear the 7. 7's going to be right back to the quarter panel. Oh, man. Well, I mean, he was able to hold on to that one. I mean, I ain't mad. Let's see what happened to Ron Walsh here, because that's something, when you have a favorite driver that has an issue. Walsh is right here. Oh, he went down to a void. I don't know if he took any damage there. Ooh, maybe. Hold on. A little cockpit view here, because the 9 got pretty much the worst of that one. Whoop. Oh, he did. He got a little nose. He did. Ron Walsh got hit. Let's go, BFF. That's right, Haas. That's Becky out there.
Yeah, he got that right in the center, too. Center punch.
Right where the radiator is on these cars, a virtual radiator, quote unquote. But they take damage. As those things take damage, well, that's gone. Aaron Jackson, your race leader, came out on 57. Charles Garrett, the 24, he's back out there trying to disrupt some fun. So Aaron Jackson's going to get credit for some bonus points. He's going to have a lap led. All right. Likes, follows, all that stuff. What has been going on? Keegan, thank you for liking the stream. Bomb Dude, Haas, thank you very much. DF Scott, thank you for following out there or subscribing out there on YouTube. CJ, thank you for the follow on the old Twitcher Rooney. I thank everybody out there for doing that. Much love to you. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. If you want to see your name pop up there, well then you gotta like. You gotta do all that cool stuff. Race 1 of 3. And dang. I'm going to mute us so we can take some hydrates, and we're going to go back to it here in just a moment. Actually, they're going to go back to it. We're going to hydrate. I'm going to throw it on static cams. These drivers are going to get up to speed, and we'll do our thing. Had to get a new bottle of water there, folks. Sorry about that. I went through a bottle of water really quickly. Quick caution right there when I went back to green. Let's take a look and see what happened. Thank you so much for your patience. My name's Jason with Signature Esports, and of course, and always, we have our good friend Justin Malarkey in with us. Maurice Burnett, Joe Tardif, Alan Martin, Sam Harrell, Jaron Valley, Stephen Isham, Bill Hales, Nick Casey, all these drivers involved in this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 42. I'm thinking cold tires. Just look a little wiggly there, right in the middle, right between the 24.
There he is. It does maybe.
That's cold tires. They were out there running for 20 laps on those hot, sticky tires, and this looks like the
little full send moment there and kind of went around. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
42. He's spicy on the tires. Gets up, gets the 24. Little with the 13. 8 goes around. Drivers trying to check up here. 16 into the wall. 42 into the 10. And a whole lot of drivers being collected behind. Sam Harrell, one of those drivers. Even the 16. 16 gets into the 23 of Van Scoik. Pulling forward. Holy cow. Joshua Brock there. They're all kind of limited run there. Go back. Let's see.
This does put us right at halfway. So we're looking at 74 to go.
Van Scoik gets out of the gas. Gets into the 9. Everybody got out of the gas really quickly there. Van Scoik gets into the back of the 9 there. And I think communication here is the big thing on position play. Van Scoik to pit road. He's going to get some of his damage repaired. Andrew Payne right there as well. So Joe Tardif on the lead lap. I think Joe was your lucky dog there. Ron Walsh back out in the mix. Still some nose damage from him. Cody Sturgill on the 19. I believe will be one of the drivers next. Looking for Previte right there. He's a lap down. So Cody Sturgill still looking for some race pace here. He's completing his 71st lap. So he's going to be a few laps down here. Andrew Payne, your race leader. They all came to in on 71. Charles Garrett, the 24, not giving up any position right now. He came in on 52. Ryan Farrington in that 6. He's had 6 pit stops, but he finds himself in 3rd. Kind of makes you wonder what he has on tires.
Yeah, I'm doing the math again, and I think this could be a one-stop race if anyone here comes in and pits, because 36 and 36 should put us right at 72. And we're going to have about 73 to go. And some of these guys already have 3 or 4 laps, even though it was under caution. So it could be close for the guys that did not pit. They might have to stop twice. Some of these guys might be able to eke out one if we stay green. That's if we stay green.
That's what they need. They need to stay green. Tell you what,
yeah.
Even with 10 cautions, only 30 caution laps. It still looks better than the average. Right now, 9 cautions for 27 caution laps. Actually, it'd be 28 caution laps because they had to extend the caution on that last caution. So we'll see what's going to happen here. These drivers, it's all about finishing position. And the driver I'm most impressed with is the 28 right there. He's going to restart to the inside. He may have damage, but he's still super fast. All right, we're cheering on Becky.
It was extended one more lap. Just got the alert over the radio. Cautions extended one more lap.
Waiting for drivers to catch up. I'm kind of wondering. There's Grijalva in the 22. Ron Walsh is back out there, taking over another spot. I think Ron is a lap down at the moment.
Yeah, he's shown as the first car lap down. Him and Sammy Harrell will be fighting for the lucky dog.
Their teammates. I'm saying let's go. 32. Some nose damage on his car back there. I think that's the 32. Little Chop Shop Racing League action. That's Breidenbaker right there. I'm telling you, these modifieds are doing a great job.
Just stay in the draft. You don't need air on that nose.
May not be able to win, but he can help somebody. Right now, front 4, all Chop Shop Racing. Sean Burke, first representative for the GOAT Racing League, is going to have John Hammond there as well. behind him. I tell you what, he is a sitting duck. He's the first driver inside the top 8, and then we've got Nathan Bogart, who is an 8th. He's going to be the next next GOAT Racing driver. Rich Holland right behind him. And
I'm looking to see. I'd like to see 20 laps here. No caution. I want to see what happens here once these tires get a little bit older. I want to see who's got what for the end.
I want to see it run green. Let's go. I want to see it run green because I want to race to the. I want a green flag pit stop in this for these drivers so that way they can show their talents on pit road as well. Payne, Strickland, Farrington, Garrett, Burke, Dario, Hammond, Bogart, Kinsey, Holland. That's going to be your top 10. Restart zone, green flag.
40 gets another great start. Let's see if he pulls right up here in front of the 4, gives some toe. That stays with the 6. There he goes. Gave toe to both drivers, so that's great for the team.
Sean Burke to the bottom in 4th. RBS team, that is Reynolds, Burke, and Shearer. That's going to be the team that a lot of drivers hear about, not just here, but in some of the racing that we do. He clears the 2 here. And I think Bogart is going to be continually working his strategy. He's going to have the 5, 3 wide here, 24 to the high side. Move over Miami sideways. They are going 25-5 side by side. 28 of Kinsey right there with the 5. It's about to get sticky into the corner.
3 wide.
24 up high. Charles Garrett trying to clear 5's going to pull that lane. That second lane's the fast one. 5 and a 25. There they go. Ricky Udding, a name we haven't mentioned much here, man. He's up there sticking to it as well.
I like those guys. I like those guys that stay chill all race, and then they show up at the end.
Brandon Burkhart in the 27, rolling the McGee's Ford Mustang here. Trying to pull a lot of these GOAT Racing leagues along with him, GOAT Racing League drivers along with him. John Hammond, fastest lap of the race, 40.4. This last time it was a 30.9 and some change, but my relative rounds it up to a 40.4. Andrew Payne under fire from the 6 of Brian Farrington. Farrington's always dangerous at a racetrack, is super fast. Sean Burke, though,
yeah, he's
drops to the bottom. Whoa. 40
got it. Yeah. See, now he's not going to have that help. Oh, the 2. Shockingly, yeah, the 2 went down with him.
Brian Farrington back to the inside. 40 was trying to pinch the 13. 13 got a huge run there. Had the lane. 40 came down to side draft, and I tell you what, Andrew Payne picks back up that pace. He's going to be right there. But Brian Farrington, credit with some laps led. He's going to get a 5 bonus points for the series, so that is kind of where they're at. Little blink back here from our good friend Rich Holland, but he is back on the racetrack. He's doing good. Tell you what.
But I noticed on that last restart, the 8 car, Hammond, he had definitely short run speed in the beginning there. Right? We didn't get to go too long into that run, but he was really fast on those first 5 or 6 laps, I noticed, and he's coming right now. So he might get up there, get another point for the team.
Into 4th, there's Cameron Dario in the 2 back here as well. First driver representing GOAT Racing, the 13. Nathan Bogart in 7th now. He's off 2 from the start of the race. He may not restart well, but I tell you what, he's making that high line his own. And he's got speed here. Leading that second pack. Brandon Burkhart right behind. Cody Kinsey to the bottom.
Just going to say, we have 2 separate groups here. A little spread out. That 8 car's coming.
John Hammond trying to lead here. More points means more speed, means more of an advantage for the series.
Oh, the 4 is sucked up right behind him.
That was a nice push. The 2 admins for the lead, John Hammond and Michael Strickland right here in the 4. 8 and the 4. They're trying to represent their group very well. There's Sean Burke in the 13. He's trying to utilize that high side. A little 2x2 racing back here behind him. 3 seconds separate the pace, and everybody trying to roll corners here, trying to roll them the right way. Bogart is for the long run. I think that's what he is trying to prove here.
He may not be the driver that's catching up right now, but he is for the long run utilizing that high line.
Yeah, I see him. He's still up there. He's up there in both corners. That 13's hoping he gets up there because that 13's hanging right with this group. He just needs another odd number car up there.
He needs help. Needs a lot of help. Hey, you can do it on your own, but I tell you what, it'd be nice to have some teammates up there. 3.5 seconds separate, 2 to the bottom.
I'm thinking that 8 car's gonna be getting this lead really soon. You should have a nice run down this straightaway.
John Hammond to the back of the 40. Andrew Payne with clean air pulling the team along. Sticks to the inside, almost gets into his teammate there. Holy cow! The 8 back to the quarter panel. Look at the run he's going to get on the back straightaway here.
He's gonna have a run right here. Wow.
Third lane, fourth lane, pulls the time. Burt goes with him.
Yeah, this might be what the 13 was looking for. These two guys are side by side, and he's gonna drive it in there.
John Hammond there, 40 to cross over behind. John Burke trying to pull some of that air. 40 up high. 8 trying to get a point here.
Oh, they're all going to line up and go by the 13.
Oh, Payne leads that lap. Hammond did not get credit for that. 13 back to the inside. 3 wide in the corner. Man.
I think what the 13 needs, I think he's going to need to try and get to the outside of these guys. This way, down the straightaway, they're going to be up high. He'll get some tow.
He had the 14 up there. He could have been using the 14 here just a little bit. Even though he's a little slower, I'd have been pulling the draft of the 14, 14 in and out of the racetrack a little bit there. That's Sebastian Woodard here trying to continue to race this line. Andrew Payne out front. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were just talking that he was right up there. He drove in, pulled up into second place, and then down that front stretch, he was lined up on the inside. They were all on the outside, and he dropped all the way back. And now it's like a 3/4 second behind. It's just so important that draft. It's like when you're going down the interstate and everyone's in the left lane going, and then they start slowing down, and you're like, oh, I'll jump in that right lane. There's no room. And then all of a sudden, you can't get back into the left lane to get going again.
Bogart to the bottom. A lot of run here. He had to go around the 14. 14 was staying on the high side, so disrupt his race line. 35 of Rich Holland to the bottom. We've got 3 of the Goat Racing machines here. Alan Martin in the 10 and the 27-7. 42's back in the mix. There's Jaron Valley trying to roll some corners as well. Chop Shop Racing trying to dominate here and trying to get this race rolling. 89 of 150 through the corners. Now we're seeing where the speed's going to line up. And I tell you what, Bogart, for a moment there, had to lose some pace to do that. He kept rolling that about that 3.5 second mark. And Bogart's still trying to have a top 5 night. Look at that high line. He's right next to the wall, and Bud Shearer trying to run with him.
Yeah, they're trying the best they can to get going.
They need some tow, man. They need some tow.
4.5 seconds back there. They're just not making a time yet.
We shall see. Andrew Payne out front, leading the 6 and the 4. 13 of Burke right there with him. Rich Holland seems to have some connection issues going on here, which is not something we normally see for the 35. Right next to the wall he goes. Aaron Jackson to the inside. 25 of Ricky Edding right there with him. 7:42 in the mix. Jaron Valley trying to hold on as well. Brandon Burkhart in the 27 rolls the 10 right there. 42 trying to get to the bottom. This is that pinch line you talk about getting into the corners. There's the 27, 3 wide, maybe a different line here to the inside of the 10.
Yeah, I think that pinch gets worse and worse every lap. These tires get older. You just have to turn the car more, and you're just scrubbing that speed off. And then the draft's always up against the wall on the straightaways. Oh, the 93 got a little.
It was Alan Martin got to the back quarter panel, or back to the back bumper, and kind of pushed him the wrong way there. 42, Jaron Valley trying to run the inside lane here. This is all about air.
Yeah.
And the 7 getting into the wall there a little bit too.
Yeah, I think the 35 scraped it too, maybe.
Ramsdale in the 7. Jeff Ramsdale, no stranger to this kind of racing and this kind of pack racing. Bud Shearer trying to aid his teammate. 5.5 seconds separate Nathan Bogart right here. I tell you what, Nathan's able to keep the pace. If Nathan can get back up there where he needs to be, Bud Shearer to the bottom. They might need Bud to be out in front of Nathan here. I'm not quite sure. Nathan's still holding his pace. He's doing a fantastic job. John Hammond in the 8. He's falling back a little bit. Pulls the 23 of the GOAT Racing machine with him. Andrew Payne out front. The separation. You see the 40 and the 6, and there's the 4. Strickland trying to hold on. Sean Burke and Cameron Dario going back and forth.
Yeah, right now, the second group, they're all trying to figure out who wants to lead this pack, but they are losing time. They're down to 5.9 seconds right now. So just since we started watching, we lost about a second.
The more they battle, the more they lose. That's part of the, not just restrictor plate racing, but a part of the 1.5 mile and the 2 mile tracks that they see. If you continuously battle, you're pulling air off the car in front of you. You're never gonna win the race that way unless now they're gonna have to think about what's gonna happen on pit road. 27 to the back of the 93. Big shove coming down the race line. Let's go back and check on some of these other drivers. So Chris Breitenbaker in the 32. He's trying to pull up to Donnell Williams. Donnell Williams here in the 38. Donnell had a fantastic race last week. Had a top 3 with me. I got to talk to him. There's Joshua Brock there as well. Brock. Usually we see Brock up in the front and in the front portion of this race. Joe Tardif in the 37. We've seen him do phenomenal. Cody Kinsey in 17th right now, but Kinsey's still doing great. Bill Hale's right there with him. Bill, a chance for him to try to make up some ground here in the 29. He's got some left front damage. Nothing too strenuous though. Dario to the lead. Cam looking for bonus points here. Can he hold on to it though? Because the 40 continuously gets a run.
Just to remind everyone, we got the first lucky dog car of Charles Van Schick. He's in the lucky dog spot right now, and he was pretty far ahead of Ron Walsh, so if there is a caution, he'll be back into play.
23. Charles Van Scoik. Van Scoik.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is similar to a news announcer. That's the only reason why I really know his name. That and I asked him to make sure that it was the same name. But
Well, I'm excited to learn everyone's names. Mine not that easy anyway, so I get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We talk about it. We got Malarkey. We've got Followell. We've got Van Scoik. We've got Roadkin out there. I probably pronounce his 9. Josh in the 9, Previte. I've said his name wrong every time. I guarantee it. Okay, but you know, I didn't. I've called probably about 100 races that the number 2's been in, and I only recently learned that it's Dario instead of Duro. I thought it was Duro. It's it looks French, but and it's actually Dario. And you know what?
Well,
that's the way it goes.
Third place, so start at 22nd, up to 3rd.
19 spots. Not your biggest mover of the race, though. This guy is. Hashtag spicy. 35. Up 24 spots. He's not done. Tell you what. Nathan's just trying. He's trying his darndest here to pull this line with him. Nobody can really pass him. Jaron Valley keeps trying. And Bud Shearer back here to 10th. Whole lot of drivers. Oh, the 10
coming up here on
10 kind of goes with him. There's a shove. All right, there it is. Different story. Go ahead, man. You were talking about we're coming up on how many to go?
We're going to be having 50 to go here, and we should be maybe 10 to 12 laps away from the pit window open.
That's going to be the interesting fact here. Who's going to come to pit road early?
This race has a green feel to it now, Jason. It really does. And if we stay green from here on out, what's the strategy? What are you doing?
I'm coming to pit road the later as possible.
That's what I want. You got to at least get 35 to go, right? The fuel window's 36, 38. We're thinking.
I want to make sure. Plus, I want to make sure that I've only used. I want to have a couple of extra sets of tires in, just in case that race line dictates early on that the caution is going to come out after the green flag pit stops. So with 50 laps, I want to go to 115. That's where I want to be.
Yeah, I think that puts you safely, and that's going to be exactly 35 to go. So you'll be good for the window on fuel, for sure. I wonder if anyone's going to try any 2 tires here. And maybe in that second group, just to try and get some time. And you'll give up on the long run, but hey, if you take 2 and you come out the leader and a caution comes right out, everyone's going to be pitting again anyway for tires.
Agree. Bogart and the 5. No.
Did we jinx it? Save it.
35
saved it.
I think the 5 and the 35 got into each other. Their teammates trying their hardest not to. There's Ricky Udding. He's back here trying to get rolling.
The 5 also just got in the wall and turned straight. Just a little bit. Just a little scrape.
25. Ricky Udding. Teammates all connecting back there, and he is looking like he needs an alignment pretty badly here. Man, oh man. 4 out front. Strickland takes over the lead from Andrew Payne.
I tell you what, Jason, if the 13 can figure out a way to get to this lead, it'd be really interesting to see if he can hold all these guys off behind him, because he's staying right there with this group, and they're all working together. They're working against him. They're doing what they need to for their team. But he's got speed. He's hanging right with this group.
Even numbers. And the odd man out, literally, in 5th. Not only is he the number 13, but he's got.
I know it's been a bad month for Dogecoin, but he needs help out there. He needs someone.
Oh,
he's
dang,
like, where's
dang.
Bitcoin at? Where's it? Where's all my cryptocurrency friends?
I love it. I love it. Thank you to everybody tuning in out there. If you haven't done so, make sure you hit like, follow, subscribe. He goes to 4th now on the platform, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're live on all 3. And big appreciation to all the folks out there. If you're out there on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Get us close to that 1,000 mark. We'll to see that. If you're on Facebook, get us close to that 4,000 by hitting that follow button for me. You can choose to subscribe for 17 cents a day. In the arms of... wait, sorry. Yeah, 17 cents a day. You could support a streamer like me.
I thought I had the radio on for a second. It sounded so good.
Oh, it's awful. Anywho...
Hey. We got the 4-car leading. We talked about him, Gravedigger.
One of my favorite paint schemes to see out there. I've never seen Stryker run it, but I have seen. Who is it that runs the truck? Gravedigger truck. Oh, clutch in. I heard a clutch.
All right, they're thinking about it. See, we have to remember, Jason. Back on there was a caution at 70 where some of these leaders pitted, and then there was another one right after on 71, 72, where a couple other guys maybe went in, maybe didn't. So I don't. If you could pull that up, I know you have that SDK.
We've got top 8 drivers came in on 71. We have Brandon Burkhart came in on 72. Nathan Bogart came in on 71. Nathan might be trying to save some air here too. He may not be leading this group, which is fine, but you got to think about what's in front of him. All these drivers trying to separate. Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking at him right now. He's not leading the pack, so he's not going to be burning as much fuel. He needs to definitely get behind some of these guys because he might be able to make it one extra lap. We talked about it.
Aaron Jackson came in on 75 during that caution, so the 21 might need to lead this little group here. Bud Shearer there to the high side. Sean Burke still battling here with the 6. Burke trying to pull the air. 6 trying to disrupt his line. And
so for our Aaron Jackson fans, he was 75. I think he should definitely be good.
Go Daddy from Cole and Gabby says Jess out there. Jess Van Scoik, how you doing, dear? Good to see you all out there. He's having a pretty rough day.
He's got that right front a little torn up on the tire there. He's not the lucky dog candidate anymore, unfortunately.
But he also looks like the fire hydrant or telephone pole came up and bit him in the butt.
But he's still going. And that's what matters.
That's what matters. Every position is a point for your team, so you want to find yourself in the most dominating position. A lot of odd numbers from 7th on back. Burke to the lead. There's some points for you.
And let you know on the first car that we think could make it on fuel, he did just get to the front of this pack. So he is up to 7th now. He's 8.4 seconds back, but if he makes one less stop.
Sean Burke went around the field here. And he went fast. And there's the 16 looking to go. He possibly going to go another lap down or go a lap down here.
You know what I'm wondering, Jason?
Uh-huh.
Do you think they let him go by so they could save some fuel?
It's possible. 40 back to the outside. 13, Sean Burke does get some bonus points for the series, though. Led a lap there. And it's going to be up 22 spots. Fine second. There goes Stryker there in that inside. 40 back to that. That's how impressive this run is here when it comes to being able to drive around this racetrack. 40 to the high side of Andrew Payne. Going to find some lap traffic. There's a 33 and the 19. So we're seeing a lot of numbers being passed here. And a lot of drivers out of the race as well as they continue to move.
I think the 13 is just as strong. Because he got right up there and he's staying right with them. So I don't know why they would let him get by him. I don't think they did that. I don't think they were trying to save fuel. Because why would they let him lead that lap?
I think Sean had a huge run, and I think those drivers got a kind of unsettled moment there. Now
He's
Sean's
really got long run speed.
Yeah, and Sean's going to be able to make it work. Andrew Payne has led the most laps this race, and of course, I think there's some points for that going as well. Ooh, 19 free. 6 gets into him a little bit. I think maybe a little net code get at it, pitter patter get at it right there. 19 almost went. Great save by the 19. He almost went around there. That's Cody Sturgill. And yeah, you can drive like a PO teenager. It's all good. We got you. Got you. 109 of 150. They need 6 more laps to be comfortable. Clutch. That's what you're hearing. That loss of speed that you're hearing from Andrew Payne, he's trying to save fuel. He's clutching it in. I can hear it. Hold on. Everybody's trying to go to 115. Clutch.
Oh, yeah. He's completely still quiet.
That's a long way around this bottom line here. Sean Burke, I wonder if Sean's doing the same thing.
He's catching a tow, too, here from this car in front of him. That is the 40. Okay, so Payne's clutching it right at the 2 sign going into turn 1.
Sean
He's
Burke,
back in.
and Sean Burke is not clutching.
He's got to do what he's got to do. He's got to put pressure on them, try and make them use their fuel. If he thinks he's good, make them use it. So it was 71. We were saying that they did. So they're right now, if they get to 111, that would be 40. So,
but they did have. You got to remember they had 6 pace or 7 pace laps in there as well. So that's. I think they're cutting it close on this strategy to be able to be good for the next one. And that's part of it. 35 to 37, 35 to 38 laps of fuel means they're going to have to come in, I would say, at minimum 112 to 113 to be able to make it.
Yeah, I like what you said before, 115. I want to be sure, and that's why I'm really thinking Aaron Jackson's in good shape if this stays green. The best part, he's going to be able to at least go a couple more laps. So if a caution does come out during pit sequences, he will be the leader, and he might have some of these guys a lap down. So there's a lot of strategy that's going to take place in the next 5 or 6 laps.
Bogart, Burkhart, and Donnell Williams to pit road from 16th as they go. Cody Kinsey up to 13th. Bill Hale's right behind him. Now we're seeing drivers thinking about pit road. Bud Shearer and Jaron Valley battling back and forth. Bud Shearer to pit road. Jaron Valley to pit road. This is the race on to pit road. Jaron Valley sideways into pit lane. Got to be careful about pit road speeding penalties. That's a huge one. Jamie Lynn, how you doing? Jamie's
I can agree with you on pit road speeding penalties.
You get them occasionally. It's okay. I'm good. Jamie Lynn out there says, Jason and Justin, it's Jamie. Want to commentate next time? Fine.
We'll just bring everyone up here.
Might as well. I don't mind.
Family affair.
Payne, Stryker, Burke. Brian Farrington, Cameron Dario to pit road. Dario got in really slow there. Aaron Jackson will come around. He's in fourth. Alan Martin in fifth.
And I tell you, Aaron Jackson's not lifting at all, so he's obviously feels really good. He's not clutching. I'm sorry. So
Jackson's comfortable, and he's a driver that since we've been calling races where Jackson has finished even inside the top five, it's been all about his race pace and when he decides to come to pit road. So this is a good opportunity for these drivers. Stryker out front. Sean Burke is going to be in second here as they decide to come to pit road. 13 says, you know what, you're going down here too slow. I need to get into pit road, and he does so. He finds the edge there. As now the top three come to pit road. Aaron Jackson is going to come around for the Go Racing machine. He's going to lead a lap, get some bonus points, and Martin's going to be right there with him. Jeff Ramsdale in seventh, right behind. He's going to have teammates with him as well. There's the 27. Brandon Burkhart trying to get himself back on the lead lap here through pit cycles as they continue to roll. 21, 10, 7, 4, 40.
13 needs to beat these guys off pit road. We talked about it. This is going to be his chance. He got a good entry. Let's see how the exit is.
Andrew Payne in on pit road right now as well. And he just now took his left sides. We're going to see what the 4 happens here. The 4 of Michael Strickland.
Where is the 13?
13 of Sean Burke leaving pit road now behind the 19. And he's going to need that speed. That 19 needs to get going. Aaron Jackson to pit road, Alan Martin, Jeff Ramsdale. Brian Farrington's going to be your race leader right now. He came into pit road on 112, trying to push that 38 mark right now. So the 6 out front, Andrew Payne leaving pit road right now as well. Brandon Burkhart's going to be slightly behind in a big toe.
Okay, for the viewers on the 13 I watched, he overshot the pit road. He slid through his box. He had to back up. That was the difference.
Sean's now going to be driving like a PO teenager at the moment. A little blink there for him. So Jackson leaving pit road now. Brian Farrington out front. 2.5 seconds, 2.8 seconds separate he and Andrew Payne. Brandon Burkhart, Bud Shearer to 5th. Whoa.
Tell you what, Jason, right now, the Payne he's back to clutching. So he's trying to save what he can right now, early in this run.
Curious in nature here that he's still clutching. Maybe he's trying to turn the car a little heavier down into the corner. He pulls Stryker with him. Brandon Burkhart says full send. Bud Shearer came in on 111. We're at 116. And the pace between Brian Farrington, who I talked about earlier, is a driver that is always dangerous on every racetrack. He's outstretching his hand right here. Tires below the white line. Not something you want to be doing here. But Andrew Payne still closing the distance. Arslan, thank you for the like. Appreciate you very much out there. Make sure you do so. Like, follow, subscribe on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. My name's Jason. Signature Esports is the platform. Joined at the broadcast booth today by Justin Malarkey, who is kind and courtesy enough to get himself in here and run with us and enjoy himself. I tell you what, you're hearing a lot of clutching from the 40 and the 4. Really trying to make it on fuel. I think that's a huge factor here. And they're out there kind of by themselves. Nathan Bogart to the inside of the 14. He's trying to catch up to Cameron Dario in front of him. Some pace for all of these drivers as Bud Shearer's in 7th here. Jaron Valley trying to roll the inside as well. Top 3, all Chop Shop Racing. The 13 of Brandon Burkhart right here needs some help.
Yeah, the 21, he's hammered down. He's not clutching.
They turned him. They turned him. Oh, my God. The 42 turns him. Caution comes out. Jaron Valley, we'll have to go back and look at it. I said that, and it kind of came word vomit. Normally, I don't do that. Sean Burke. Everybody who was trying to save there, well, that's out the window. They're all coming to fuel for tires and fuel. That's happening. Caution happens here, guys. Oh, man.
He had a run and went for it.
And I usually mean turning is a hard racing event there, and I think that's what's happened. 13 had a good run. This is 3 and 4, where the 13 gets a good run to the inside of the 27. 42 pulls up the draft of the 13, had a good exit here, catches up that pace, catches up that speed. 13 rolls that inside line. 42 drops it. He kind of dropped it in. Oh, he did. He come up and he tapped him. 42 just wiggled up the race line. Got to the back of the 13, and I was correct in my assumption. Sorry, I don't like to say that right away. And I don't even know. I highly doubt that it was on purpose, folks. So don't ever think that. I think he tried to wiggle up and try to pull some of the air off, just like you said, and now that's what happened right there. It's a shame because it's so close racing. It's hard to judge from their point of view.
So we got Bud Shear's on pit road, so he was the first one to take tires. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 laps depending on when these guys pit it, but hey, tires matter.
Ryan Farrington, your race leader. Burkhart's going to be
all these drivers that have been trying to get back up there and be competitive. That's out the window now. Andrew Payne's going to be fine on fuel, so he's going to be trying to go for the lead. Brian Farrington probably shut the engine off right now. The 6 is going to be your lucky dog. Ron Walsh is going to be your lucky dog. So Ron will be back on the lead lap. There's another driver.
We know he'll definitely be getting tires, and he'll be going for it from the 20th position.
I would be. Are you kidding me? I'd be full sent. If we didn't have to deal with the restart zone, I'd be full sent. Haas Beverly, oh boy, you bet, buddy. You have better bet. Folks, if you haven't done so, check the link in the description. There's our merch store. You can get over there and check our merch store out. Buy yourself a Chop Shop Racing League t-shirt. You can also buy an Asphalt Outlaws Racing t-shirt. You can also buy a Goat Racing League t-shirt. You can buy a Signature Esports t-shirt. Buy a driver's t-shirt. There's lots of t-shirts up there. Go check it out in the iRacing Leagues. You'll also hit the t-shirts tab to see all my novelty tees that we create over here. And then, of course, and always, buy yourself a hat. Buy yourself something out there. It goes and helps the stream. Helps me pay the bills, and that's the best way that you can do it, because it also helps me pay the staff as well that we have that help make the t-shirts and do all that stuff. So thank you to everybody out there that has already done so. Go buy yourself a Haas Beverly t-shirt since he's in chat.
Everyone needs a t-shirt.
We love that dude. Absolutely.
No shoes, no shirt, no service. You got to have a shirt.
That's right. I can make flip-flops. I can't do that.
There you go.
Can't do that. Get some flip-flops.
You got everything covered.
Do that.
All right. So the 6, he's on 2 lap older tires, if I'm correct.
Yep, he sure is. Brandon Burkhardt came out on 110. Brian Farrington came out on 112. Payne came out on 113. Stryker came out on 113. Cam Dario. I think those who came out on 110 still might be questionable.
We'll have Shear, who I think was the first car that I saw get tires. He's going to be lined up 14th. He only gave up 4 spots to get those 3 or 4 extra laps of tires, so we'll see.
I'm curious. I am curious. Got some damaged cars up there. Cody Kinsey in 12th at 20 spots. He's your biggest mover. Joshua Brock flirting with 20 as well. Joe Tarda flirting with 20. And tell you what, man. Still impressed with Kinsey.
You've been saying that.
He's still there.
And he's coming.
He's still there.
He's working his way up to 12th. You called it. That's what you need. Just keep working your way up.
Chop Shop dominating the field right now throughout the top 20. And they'll need some Goat Racing is going to need over the next 29 laps to really pull some not pull any punches here. Green flag waves. We're back at it. Nice the shirt on the track. You ain't lying. Yours is coming soon. Farrington out. Something happened there. Holy cow. Oh, he blinked like crazy.
Yeah, it just seemed like he didn't get a good restart either. I'm surprised.
I wonder if maybe a throttle input happened there. 27 to the back bumper of the 40. Brandon Burkhardt making something happen himself. 3 wide, race it again. Get it.
That's what the 27 needed. He's up there now. He's going to get a nice toe down here on the front.
Brian Farrington back into the mix. There's Fords and Chevys. I tell you what, dominating manufacturer in this race. None of them. They've all been the same. I tell you what, there's a lot of Chevys in the racetrack, though. 42 to the inside. Jaron Valley trying to roll here. Aaron Jackson and the Toyota. I was looking at the rules, and if you were responsible for an incident, I thought you were supposed to get an EOL, and according to what I was reading, but I might have been mistaken on that one. I'll have to look at that again. I'll have to reread the rules again, folks. I thought I had them all figured out, but apparently I was wrong. Brandon Burkhardt to the high side. Ford trying to battle to the inside here. Trying to pull the draft. 4 in the 27 side by side. 40 rolls the corner. Burkhardt trying to hold that Ford and maybe utilize some of that speed. Bud Shearer in the mix as well. Has the 21 in front of him. That's Aaron Jackson.
He's on those tires, and he started 14th. He's already up to 8th.
124 of 150, and we're about to hit the MRRC 25 lap to go special. As you see the 40 run lower there to try to pull the air for the 4, didn't work. Burkhardt back to the inside, second lane running. 4 all the way to the bottom, comes up, clips the 27. And that's about as frustrating as anybody's going to ever ask. I tell you what, you need to. I know that they're racing the other teams and they're trying to do that, but you don't want to have a dirty look. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if the Ford just got loose and couldn't turn it anymore, but yeah, that's just that he got doored at 27.
Absolutely.
That happens though. This track is very bumpy there. I think something similar happened over there, one of the cautions before in that same area. And there's definitely bumps over there. The cars get unsettled. There's seams. We talked about the seams.
It happens. I ain't mad. Jackson though, he's trying to. He and Bud Shearer are trying to take the next 25 laps to be their own. And since this is a league versus league event, would I wreck somebody for a win? You bet your tushy I would. Zarek, what's going on out there? Maria, thank you for the like out there on Facebook. Much love to you. I appreciate everybody out there doing what you do. 25 laps to go here. Brought to you by Amar RC. Amar is your race controller. You can find him at Amar Paintworks on Facebook. And if you need a race controller, he is always looking for extra business. So make sure that you go over there and get a hold of him. He's a consistent driver. Brian Farrington up next to the wall there. And Bud Shearer in 6th. Alan Martin in 10th. Or in the 10 is up 18, and he's in 5th. Shearer's moving.
Yeah, he's coming. He was 1.9. It's down to 1.6 seconds. And he's passing cars, too. So, tires matter. We've said it. I like the move. He came in and got the tires. Use them. Can't bring them home.
And there's always more where that came from. Andrew Payne, because he's been to pit road a lot, but he hasn't used tire. Actually, let me take this back. When Bud came to pit road, Bud didn't take tires.
Okay. That's even more impressive. I'm surprised. So he's good on fuel then for sure.
He tapped
but we
fuel.
think everyone is.
Possibilities. He came in at 119. I did hear early on that that there was a clutch in it. They were saving a little bit. Still maybe curious that they're actually going to be able to hold on to the fuel strategy here. Bud Shearer, no doubt, good on fuel. He had 31 laps of fuel plus a couple of caution laps. Steven Isham off track here. Something happened with that driver. The 16 rolls the bottom side of the race line. He was one of the faster drivers up there early on, and then it's just really, really had bad luck. 21 to the inside of the 40. Aaron Jackson trying to roll. 21 trying to be side by side with the 4 here. Tell you what, Jackson not pulling any punches either. He's I think they're tired of being behind this 40.
Did Jackson pit on that previous one along with Shear?
Nope. He came out of 114. He's good on fuel though.
Yeah, he was one of the later ones to pit. So yeah, he's got to get up there and 2 cars away. Get hooked on that side of that spoiler. That'll stall that 40 out. Burn that little bit extra gas.
Aaron Jackson, lone representative of the GOAT Racing League inside the top 5. Bud Shearer in 6th.
He's got to run here. he's not going to get to him, but the 4 drifted a little high, so that's going to slow the 4 down, and the 21 should get some nice toe.
Valley, Alan Martin, top 5. John Hammond, Brian Farrington, 7th and 8th. Cameron Dario, and 9th. Joshua Brock. So out of the top 10, 3 drivers representing the GOAT Racing League. The rest are all Shop Racing League. And I tell you what, this is an interesting feat, an interesting fact. We'll
I would
see.
think Josh has to be the biggest mover, up 26.
Joshua Brock, yep. He is side by side with Jeff Ramsdale. Ramsdale still trying to hold on here. 7 pulls that line. The big factor for Joshua Brock is he's got Cam Dario in front of him, the 2.
The leaders are coming up on a slower car here. Looks like they're going to catch him coming right out of the corner. So that might stall out a little bit here if the 21 can get a toe.
21 actually utilizes the 14's draft. Drops in low here.
And comes right back up. That's ideal. He didn't have to use any tire in the corner to get around him, which was nice. Car's down smooth.
Aaron Jackson doing a great job. 40 out front. 4's going to be there. Most hopefully AJ doesn't get chopped as well. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. We're not going to read into it. My job is to tell a story, not elaborate on what I think is
the story is about happening. This 21, he's got speed. He's able to turn to the bottom in 1 and 2. He got to the white line. The 4 did not get to the white line. Let's see what happens in this corner. So he backs up his entry a little bit, and he's able to turn it. He's getting lower. The car's working for him. I don't know if he's just taking his time right now, just saving their tires.
This is just long enough of a green flag that it's going to make it interesting coming down to whether or not they're going to be able to save tires. Andrew Payne can probably pull up some pace to Stryker here. Not Andrew Payne. Aaron Jackson could pull up some pace to Stryker, but Andrew Payne out front just kind of has to find his own line here. 25 down low. Bill Hales trying to continue to push. Ricky Udding still trying to push down the bottom of the racetrack. Hiccup's coming. Holy cow.
Yeah. 21's just losing a little bit now. So maybe it was just pushing hard. Trying to get those guys to use that little bit extra fuel, maybe. They can't clutch it if he's right on top of them, because he'll take them.
17 laps to go, folks. And it's been a good race. They finally got that green flag run in. They got the green flag pit stops in, and now all the drivers are they're really pushing every boundary they can. Alan Martin at number 10 falling off pace right now. Bud Shearer in 6th. Next to the wall has the 8 down low. John Hammond trying to pull another spot. Every spot is a point as Bud battles back here to Hammond. Man, oh man. I'm excited to see what the next track's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the top 10, 3 drivers representing GOAT Racing. The other 7 right there. Most bonus points for the series right now kind of lean towards Chop Shop because of how many drivers they've been able to have up front.
But that 21's trying to he's trying to do it for them.
Trying to do everything he can. A race win here would be big, but they need more top 10 finishers right now. Bogart doing a great job of rebounding as well. He's off 8, but he had fallen back quite a bit there. That right side really pushing some boundaries. Let's see. A lot of odd numbers out of this race already. Kind of a mix of them, but a lot of odd numbers that are from 26th to basically 11th. That's kind of what we're seeing here. We'll see.
So he got down on the apron a little bit there, try and get the car to turn a little bit. I did hear a little bit of wheel spin coming out of there with the rear tires losing a little bit of ground. That apron will do that to you. It gets the car to turn, but it gets those right rear tires sliding.
Steven Isham off the racing surface here on his lap 110. He is parked down low there. He had to reset, so something happened with that car. 0.2 of a second. Stryker in second right now, separating from he and Andrew Payne. And Aaron Jackson might just have to be saving something here. Not quite sure what's kind of the way it's looking. There is John Hammond. Bud Shearer in the 39.
The 21, he's got a little tight coming out of the corner. I heard it. He just cracked the throttle a little bit. But that's good. He's still right there in the toe. It was just a little crack of the throttle.
13 laps to go. It's been a long one, but it's been a good one. Everybody trying to find some pace. Cam Dario trying to get himself inside the top 10 as well. Bud Shearer with that right side damage just does not, I don't know if he just has the pace right now. But caution. Caution comes out.
So who has tires left?
Nathan Bogart involved, a 5. Something happened there. Holy cow. If you thought it was interesting before, it's going to get more interesting now. Caution comes out. Brought to you by Nerds Doing Nerd Things. Charles Garrett right here. Here's the 5. Big run on the high side. 5 got a little tap to the 24. So he's fine. I think Bogart had to get out of the throttle there a little bit. Let's take a look. 5 had a run. He's right there on the split stream. 24 comes up a little late there. Forces it into an issue into the 5 and the 33. That's unfortunate. Charles Garrett he's in 14th right now. Andrew Payne in the 40, Stryker in the 4, Jackson in the 21. I'm coming for tires. There's enough time left here.
Oh yeah. Someone will stay out, probably, but I don't think that's going to be the winning move. Someone will probably try 2. But I think whoever puts 4 on is going to win.
Joshua Brock, Charles Garrett, they're going to stay out. Not enough drivers to stay out here for that to be impactful. Brandon Burkhart's going to be your lucky dog. He's coming around. Cody Kinsey coming back around as well. Kinsey had to go in for fuel and tires, so he's doing his thing.
As a race fan, I like it for people staying out. As a driver, I don't like when they stay out. If I have tires, I don't want them to stay out. However, if I don't get tires, then I want everyone to stay out behind me. You want that cushion. And unfortunately, Josh is not going to have a cushion. He's going to have Payne right there with him.
Absolutely. Fast repair for our good friend. Yeah, he saved it to the end. A lot of drivers saving their fast repairs here. Andrew Payne's going to be there. Stryker's there. Alan Martin, Aaron Jackson. Tell you what, it just seems like, I know this is a heavy racetrack, but we're seeing a lot of the drivers just pulling aggressive moves, sliding up. And somebody out there says, chop, chop. Oh, that was Haas that said that. Xander, thank you for following. I appreciate you. The chop. I think that, yeah, kind of. Kind of not, though. I think it's just heavy racing. I think Bogart he was in the right spot. I think if I was the 24, I'm in front of the 5 before that. But I'm not racing, so we'll see.
We getting a 1 to go here?
It does, getting close to it. Yep, we should be 1 to go. We should have 10 laps or 9 laps to go. And they only have 1 attempt at a green-white checkered. So if that we could squeak in 3 more cautions.
Yeah.
We could.
Hey, you never know. So we're gonna have 2 cars that stayed out. Okay. Did they get lane choice?
No.
Okay.
No lane choice.
So Josh is gonna have the 40 right behind him then. He's gonna really have to utilize this.
And they're and that's the big portion of this is the restart zone. The 40 cannot pass the 1 until he crosses the start-finish line. That's a big factor. A black flag can come from that.
If I'm the 4 car, I know right now you're teamed up with the 40 and all the other even numbers, but if I'm the 4, I'm excited right now because I know the one's on older tires. I know the 24 is also, but he'll have the outside line.
Joshua Brock came out of 119, did not take tires. Charles Garrett came in on 119, did take tires, but he also just went from part of the caution to second.
They extended it one more lap here, so we got one more lap. So the 24, if he's got a little bit better tires, he might be able to beat the one out of the corner, assuming the 40 doesn't make it 3 wide. And if so, the 4 is going to be sitting pretty on that outside line, and he might be able to get ahead of the 40. That's just what I'm projecting. We'll see.
Possibilities are endless. First incident, EOL. Second incident, EOL. Third incident, stop and go, black flag. Fourth incident, disqualification from the race. Those are the rules for the Clash of the Giants for a caused caution or an incident there. So bear that in mind when it comes to what these drivers are doing. You know what? They ran a 3/4 of a NASCAR race so far, and it's a lot of racing. This is a heavy track with a lot of speed. It becomes a long race for these drivers, but they really are trying to determine who's the best out there. And right now, Joshua Brock getting credit for points here for leading a lap. That's a big one, too, is that he may be slow here, but he just got 5 bonus points for his team.
Yeah, that's important. And he kept the 24 from getting a bonus point, too. So if he can beat him on a restart, that could save some points for their team.
Haas says, now I know things are how things get out there. It's just tough when more rubber gets laid down and the tires get old. Shame it just looks. It looked sus, so to speak, as my kids would say. It looked suspicious, but we know that it was. We know that was just hard racing, and the 24 probably could have chosen the line, chosen to move up a little bit faster. He would have made the nose. He would have made Bogart be a little bit less in that, and Bogart was a part of that as well. So, these things happen. It happens. All right. The 40 not on the back bumper of the 1 right now.
Yeah, here we go.
He's given a lot of room. If I'm the 1, I'm backing up. Green flag.
Oh, the 40, he's right there. He's on there already.
And now he's going to pass the 1 in front of the 24. Brock, Andrew Payne side by side. Tell you what, Bud Shear said full send, get out of my way.
Time to go now.
Sideways. 4 goes around. They're wrecking. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, 28, 19, 6 involved. Bud Shearer. Bud got loose.
Yeah. He saved it, though, but he got loose.
Tell you what, that was that was intense. That was intense. Here you go.
Yeah, what happened was when Shear got loose, the guys behind him started checking up, and the guys behind those guys couldn't see him. I think the 42 just got turned because of that. It wasn't anyone's fault. It's just you can't see.
42 got loose as well. I think everybody went to the bottom line. Here, we're gonna look. Here's Jaron Valley. We're gonna back out of this one. Maybe. So Bud went to the inside. Here's the 42 here. Boy. 93 says, I can pass now. See you later. Woo-hoo. And he had speed here. Little net code look. Oh, he got free. Yeah, oh yeah. 21 there to the back bumper. Oh, he's free. He's already free. 21 comes up to the 4. 6 involved. 21's good. Aaron Jackson has had a clean race all race long. So the 42 and the 4 all the way to the back here. So Andrew Payne is now your race leader. Joshua Brock still there as well. Garrett there. Bud Shearer up there. John Hammond, Jeff Ramsdale, Joe Tardif, Ron Walsh inside the top 10. Bill Hales is there. So a light switch kind of flipped here.
Can we go in-car camera with the 21 for that caution? You have time to pull that up?
Oh, we got time. There it is. Here's a look, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Look at 42 just whips down in, and that's going to free you up anyway. New tires. 42 is already loose. Woo! Whoa, man, the 6 got dinged. How about a skadoosh moment for everybody?
Hey, Alan Martin up to second after all that.
Biggest mover of the race, up 33. Joshua Brock able to hold on to third after all of that. You see Bud warming up his tires back here. Knows that this is important.
Yeah, we should be getting a 1 to go here.
We shall see. We shall see. Lucky dog, Cody Kinsey. New car for Cody Kinsey. He's held on to the fast repair this entire time.
He was smart.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Kinsey for the win. That's what I want to see. Are you kidding me? Full send, Kinsey. I love it. I love it. Oh. Stryker into pit road. Farrington into pit road. Brian Baker still looking for a free pass here. Vance Koik right in front of him. Oh, man. Lights are off on the pace car. This time by. And what a great race. We'll be 4 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing, unless they give it a natural green, white, checkered, which would be interesting. They've had to extend the caution on about 3 or 4 laps here. Mr. Tardif, thank you for subbing out there on the old YouTube platform. Much love to you, brother. Positive something negative is going on. Say, Lisa, how are you doing? You know it. Oh, I love it. New tires are very slickery. Absolutely. Lisa, thank you very much. Made me laugh. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we've seen people get a little sketch on the new tires. This track is just so greasy and old and worn out.
And they still drive here.
You have to drive here, that's for sure. This is definitely, you have to drive these cars at this track.
Don't interrupt my yellows with racing. Oh, I love it.
All right, here we go. The 10's going to need to get the restart of the race.
Tell you what,
in front of this 40.
The 1 is all over the back bumper of the 40. 93 of Bud Shear is going to be there as well. 10-24 on the high side. Go Brock, says Dark Horizon. Mr. Spicy out there. 40 goes.
Yeah, he got a restart. Wow, did he get one?
93 of Bud Shearer all over the back bumper of Joshua Brock here. They're up to speed. 4 laps to go here. Big shove from the 93. Down to the bottom they go. 3 wide into the corner. 10 up high. 7 down below as well. 93 to second.
He cleared him.
Huge run. 10 of Martin to the back bumper. Andrew Payne. Oh, the 10 goes around. Caution.
So this will definitely be the green, white checker. This will be the last attempt. The only one and only attempt.
Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. One attempt at a green, white checkered. Andrew Payne is going to have some company here.
Yeah, that 93 is... He's there. It took him a lot of the race to recover from that early incident, but he's there now.
Alan Martin was to the outside of Joshua Brock here. And we're going to have to far chase this one because that was crazy. 1 drops in. He holds that line. 10's going to be on the high side. 7's going to be there as well. 1 got tied off the corner. Up into the 10. 24 into the 10. Man, Charles Garrett getting smashed. Great accident avoidance by a bunch of those drivers. One of those was, who was that? That just came cruising by. Honestly, I know. that the 22 of Grijalva? No, it wasn't Grijalva. Who was that? Hold on. Hold the phone. Car chase. Somebody skedaddled. Oh, that was the 20. It was Mark Roetgen right here. Watch Mark. He sees it happening in front of him. Out of the throttle, out of the throttle, out of the throttle, and skadoosh. What a miss! Hold on. We gotta go. Hold on.
I'm trying to get caught up there with you.
All right, inside cockpit view of the 20.
Of the 20.
He sees it happen in front of him. He's like, oh, damn. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm not able to see it for some reason.
Oh man,
it blinks out on mine.
Oh, that's okay. We'll put it on the stream. It's on the stream. One more time. Hold on. All right, Mark is full sent. I mean, he's about 10 or 12 laps down. He's just here for those more of those finishing positions. Hold on to your pucker moment here. He's behind all these drivers. He sees him wrecking in front of him, and he's thinking he's going to miss. Oh, and then you hear him let out of the gas like, oh, crap, I'm going to hit these guys. And all of a sudden, they separate, and he's good.
The seas parted.
Oh, that was proverbial and physically. That was, holy cow. Charles Garrett in 17. Stryker's going to be, I thought Stryker was going to be your lucky dog there. He quite possibly was. Man.
All right, so we should be getting a 1 to go here. So let's see. What do you think? How do you think Bud gets around him? What do you think he's got to do? 40's definitely been the car to beat.
He's got to do it. He's got to get a shove from the 7, or he's got to shove the 7. He's going to have to cross over here quickly, because if not, Andrew Payne's he's gonna pick that line. And that's not take away from the 40. He's led the most laps. He's gotten the less screen time because he's led the most laps. Totally joking. But he's been doing everything right. And that's the thing. He's been able to have the speed and have the run, and he's got the cleanest car out there pretty much over the entire field. I don't think he's had to use a fast repair. I don't think he's taken hardly any damage at all. He's just been doing it right. So Andrew Payne, not only leading the most laps, but also has been commanding this race. You see Bud Shearer warming up the tires there, wants to have a clean restart here. Biting any kind of mistake, I would see some door banging action, and that's what we want to see. But what you don't want to see here is you don't want to see a caution if you're Bud Shearer. You want to let this race finish out. Big factors here. Man, 20 full sent that. Yeah, he kind of figured that he was either going down or he was something. Oh, Payne in and out on my end.
Yep, just saw that. You know what? Tonight it's also going to be hard for sure with this new restart zone. I mean, you really can't beat them. You'll get that penalty instantly. I've seen it happen to people just for being a speck ahead. But he's going to have to pull down and side draft on that 40.
If I'm Ramsdale, I'm all over the 40s bumper right now, so that way I can force a 3 wide here.
We're going to find out. Here they go.
Green flag.
He's got to get down there and say, no, he's gone already to 40.
93 to the bottom. Come on, they're rolling. 40 of Payne. Class act all race long. Tied on the bottom. Two laps to go here. A green-white checkered 40, 93.7. The 40.
They're trying to break the draft.
He is, but he's not going to have too much of it here.
But the 7.
Down to the bottom.
He's going underneath them. Oh, he's going to push up.
He is. Sideways they go.
Oh.
Bud Shearer sideways. 7 of Jeff Ramsdale comes around. And the caution does not come out. Ramsdale leads the white flag lap. Andrew Payne still rolling forward. Nathan Bogart to 3rd. Bogart to the bottom.
And he's got a full speed coming.
Side by side.
The 7 is checking out. The 40 did slap the wall. I don't know if he's going to have time to get there.
Jeff Ramsdale, patient as always, from 3rd, comes around 2 corners. Nathan Bogart trying to hold on to third here.
He's going to do it.
Jaron Valley slides up and wrecks him. Jeff Ramsdale wins it here for the GOAT Racing team here. And I tell you what, Andrew Payne comes home second. Cody Kinsey third.
Hey, you called it.
I called it.
Wow. Was that so? That's the first lap you led. Am I correct on the 7?
I think
That's
so.
what he needed, right?
I think so.
That's what matters. No. It only matters the last lap.
Kenzie finished third. Get it, Kenzie. Damn it, get it. Here it is. They were wrecking in front of Kenzie. What? I gotta watch this. I didn't see how he got third, but he did.
Yeah, I'm rewinding right now so we can inform everyone here. Let's see.
Hold on. Yeah, snowplow backwards. Did he finish backwards? He did. He got help from the 8. I love it. Ramsdale finishes out there. He's your race winner, and what a run. What a day. Andrew Payne, I thought, had that race. I know that Chuck had a good run. Not Chuck, but Bud had a great run right there. Oh, what a finish.
If you go to TV 3 on the 28, you can see he's actually lifted backwards across the line.
Oh, man. Jeff
That's
Ramsdale,
great.
your race winner. Here's your race results. According to iRacing, I had to wait for it to set up. Ramsdale, Payne, Kinsey, Hammond, Burkhart. That's going to be your top 5. Then Hales, Bogart. Bogart had third there. Valley came in, and man, he really got into him. But that was hard racing at the end. They got side by side. Jaron was not lifting there. He finishes in 13th. Bud Shear finishes in 10th. So what we thought was happening before with the odd numbers kind of leveled out, and some things changed. But again, bonus points are going to be a big factor in this one because of laps led. So bear that in mind. Ron Walsh finishes in 14th. Dario 15th. Stryker finishes in 18th. And down the rest of the race results here for you.
How about a shout out to Josh? He didn't take the tires at the end, and he 8th.
Yeah, Mr. Brock.
That worked out.
Nice job by Mr. Brock. Isham finishes in 28th. And then all the way down the rest of your field, Nick Casey finishes 34th. Phil Schmidt's in 36th. And man, oh man, what a race. What an end to it. I was going to bring everybody up during cautions, and I forgot all about doing that. So let's,
Yeah, it's hard now with the 3 laps only,
Yeah.
By the time they get back out on track, it's
insane. It's absolutely insane. So I'm going to let these guys review the race after the fact and do all what they do. Yeah, not Becky. Tell you what, Nate got hit. He got hit hard.
we got to pull Cody up in here, right?
Well, we got to. I'm waiting for them to. There he is. What's going on, Jeff? Congratulations on the race win here. What a finish! That was a finish for the ages. Talk me through this one, man.
I'd rather be lucky than good. I can tell you that. I was just riding, just as a long race here. AUTOCLUB's not my favorite, not my worst, but it was running pretty good today.
I tell you what did it take? I mean, that I thought the caution was going to come out there on that second to last lap. I mean, when they came around 3 and 4, there were cars sideways and they were on the bottom of the racetrack, and then I'm like, oh, they made the caution's not out, and then all of a sudden, you're smooth sailing, and then you got, I mean, a whole lap to lead there to make sure that you, to try to hold on to it. What would you have had to have done if Andrew had caught up to you?
You just said the same thing. I was looking in my mirror, they were wrecking. I'm like, how is there not a caution? But I was just running conservative, just run the line, come out. He would have got to my back bumper, but I don't think he would have got by me. I would have at least run his line and hopefully taken the win like I did. But yeah, no, I don't think it would have. He was fast, definitely fast all night.
Jeff, it's always a pleasure. Jeff, did anything for Mr. Ramsdale here because he killed it.
Yes. Hey, Jeff, great job on the last lap, because I'm watching right here on your in-car camera. You anticipated the accident. You were out of the gas. you didn't drive right into the accident by saying full throttle. I could hear you listen. I see you be able to navigate right through it. You did. I mean, you were calm, cool, and collected right there for it being the last lap. So just
Yeah, I started going in and just knew something was going to happen and took the
yeah,
right evasive move.
yeah, you were right on top. You prepared. You saw that 93 dive in. You knew he was gonna potentially slide up there with the lack of grip, and I mean, you played it perfectly. You were
And I
able to
did
navigate.
that. Yeah, and I did that all race too. I missed a lot of wrecks and by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah, hey, that's the name of the game. You got to
Right.
finish. So you got to finish, and you were the first one to finish. So
Yeah,
congratulations to you.
I appreciate it.
Jeff, it's always a pleasure, man. You got a good one out of that one. So you bring home the victory for Goat Racing. Of course, this is a team event, so it's all about team points. But big shout outs coming your way, so make sure you give yours.
Oh yes, I gotta thank both teams, leagues for putting this on. It was a little bit of a rough race, but the heat of the moment of the racing. Charles for Goat Racing, all my teammates, Sammy, Christoph. Um, oh, who am I missing? Maurice, CJ, all of them. They're good guys. They had some bad luck. I gotta thank my girlfriend do all this, all my gas and goes back in the shop. Um, with this stout competition here.
It's always a ton of fun, and it was a lot of competition. Um, big shout outs,
Yeah.
folks. Much love to you, Jeff. I know these guys are going to be looking forward to that second and third race. You guys have to tighten those points up and get those guys rolling. But congratulations, of course,
Yes.
and we'll see you. We'll see you in your next race.
All right, appreciate it.
Always. That's Jeff Ramsdale having a heck of a day. Let's talk to Andrew Payne. Led the most laps, had it at the very end. Big wrecks come out. Everything kind of goes to chaos. Trying to catch back up to Jeff there. Walk me through this race, and I mean, what a fantastic race you had.
Early on we had the car to beat. No one could touch us. We were working well together within the league. Um, we had good runs. That sort of late race caution, the last or second to last one sort of screwed me over. I apologize, messed me up a little bit. Um, I got put in a bad spot. We had the wind in the bag. Me and Striker were pulling away. And then we had a couple late race cautions, and it just kind of went downhill from there. I sort of expected to get raced a little bit cleaner. That was sort of uncalled for. That move going to the white flag, that was totally utterly a bad move, and I would have expected a little bit more respect. I didn't touch any of their guys tonight. Didn't get close to any of their guys. Didn't wreck any of them. And first moment they get to me, they flat out dump me. Obviously, if they can't handle how fast I am, they got to dump me for it. So, but man, we had a rocket ship. I'm looking forward to the next one. I have some memories in the bank for this next one. Gonna race it a little bit differently next time, and we still came out on top. I had the car of the night. No one could touch me, and they're gonna know what they're gonna feel the pain in this next race.
Justin, anything for Andrew?
Oh, I do like how you used the last name for the pain. I like that. You definitely were the car to beat. I feel for you. You definitely you were really fast all night. You could tell. We've all been there in that spot. It's unfortunate, but um, yeah. I mean, I feel for you. I just you go get them next week. You definitely will be able to rebound.
Yeah, and I mean, it was okay racing. It's been a while since I've been able to drive this car, especially around this track. It's sort of a draft package, which sort of kind of weakens my strengths of long run and being able to pull away and save tires. And you know, hopefully next race, I believe we get to choose. Hopefully we can get a good old tire wear track with some of these cars that you know we can pull away in and show them what I really got. Obviously I showed them what I got tonight, and I'm gonna go even harder next time. I'm not gonna show anyone mercy. If
If
they door me, they know what they're getting back.
if you could choose, where would you choose next week?
If I had to choose, I would probably go Chicagoland with the Xfinity cars. Chicagoland's on a abrasive track; it eats up tires. When we ran there in our league a few weeks back on the long run, no one could touch me. Um, So I'm sure that it would be the same way there. I have that tire strategy down. I have that fuel strategy down. So if we could go there, that would be cool. But I know that it's kind of a community-based decision. So if I had my wish, we'd be going to Chicagoland in the Xfinity cars. But I don't know how the rest of the guys are gonna want to run that or whatnot. But I'm definitely glad that tonight's over. It's a long night.
Definitely a long night. Give you shout outs out there. I appreciate you.
First and foremost, thank you both and Signature Esports for calling this race as always. You guys, put on a good show up in the booth. Thank you to all the league guys, the league admins that put this on. This is the first time I've ever participated in this style of event, and it was interesting to say the least. Amplify Esports, Han Metal Fab, Citrusite Sound Mower, V&H Fresh, QuickTime Motorsports Media, all the Chop Shop guys, for working together, especially tonight. That's about it.
Always a pleasure, Angie. We look forward to seeing you the next one. I know that I'll get to see you in this week for some racing. So go have some fun, man. Hey, big things to celebrate. You got a ton of bonus points. It's going to be absolutely killer.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Always. Andrew Payne's going to be there. I'm going to pull Cody down here. I got to talk to Mr. Kinsey because, my goodness, I called you for being the late race strategy guy and you finished third. Mr. Kinsey, are you there? You got a copy.
I got you.
Buddy, my man, holy cow, you finished sideways, upside down, or whatever the case may be, but you say you drove that entire race with a damaged car, come back on the last caution and get a freaking fast repair that I didn't even know you had left, and you freaking slay it. Walk me through your race. I know it was a long night, but damn it, man, what a finish. You were my call. I called holy crap, man. Nice job.
He called it, Cody. I was here listening. He called it from lap 1.
Thank you. Yeah, we got caught a lap down on that first caution. I think somebody spun the tires and come up the wrong way into the track. But yeah, I had to fight till like lap 60 or 70. I think I got my lap back. And then that second to last caution, I knew either everybody or mostly everybody had to pay for fuel. So I figured I'd go in, like 20 to go, burn the damn tires up, and get up there.
And
you did it.
And you did everything that, because I was like, you were keeping pace with no front clip on that car. What's the secret to that? If somebody's out there driving, AUTOCLUB, and you've got not just the Gen 6 cars, but I've seen it happen in the Xfinity cars too. Well, you just have to stay in the draft, just kind of keep your pace. I mean, you ran your own race out there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't hurt that bad the whole race. Yeah, staying in the draft, obviously the high line was dominant. A couple guys, tried to squeeze me up there, but I mean, I was just staying in it. I'm used to the high side. I'll wreck it and use the fast repair. It's
always fun, man. Cody, it's always a pleasure.
I like what you said about the high side.
Go
you
ahead,
stay
Justin.
up there. Yeah, you stay up there. Good things happen. I like the outside.
Yeah,
I'm on team outside with Cody.
The run is just crazy, and throughout some of that race, I thought a lot of people were gonna, single file out so we can catch the lead pack on some of them runs, but everybody just wanted to race, and burn them all. So we got where we got. I tried.
I tell you got a P3 finish. It's a great night in points for you, and then Chop Shop. I think the way the accumulated points are going to be, I think Chop Shop's going to have the lead in points, even though the race winner had was the GOAT Racing. But you got Chop Shop in pretty much the majority of everything that's going on here. To race at a team event like this, where does that put? In the next one? Where do you think you have to apply the pressure? Do you apply the pressure to finish, or do you apply the pressure to making sure that you guys can walk away with more team points?
Just try to finish. This race was atrocious. I'm fairly new to Chop Shop. I think this is my second race, maybe my third. But yeah, just finish is the goal. That's why I held on to that fast repair as long as I could. But hopefully we go to a smaller track like Richmond or New Hampshire, somewhere where you need some more throttle control. I'm a little bit better there, I think.
Well, everybody's going to get their votes and put your vote out there. I'd love to see it. Cody, give your shout outs out there, of course. Congrats on a P3 finish here. I'm so happy that you had the finish you did, because that was incredible to watch.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Drinker Bros, Schaefer, Newbro, Brandon Banks. You know all of them. CJ, Jason Hastings,
Mhm.
Jesse Priest, Full Wide Racing, Sparko, Paul Setup Shop. Everybody, man.
Always a pleasure. Cody, congrats on a P3 finish here. I look forward to seeing what you do in the next one. And I know that you got Chop Shop coming up. You've got a dominant race line, and it's great to see what you're doing here. Track knowledge is important. And I tell you what,
Yeah.
Kenzie's got it.
One question there for you.
What's that?
Were you saving that fast repair? Were you anticipating the whole night to save one if you were caught up? Did you think there would be a lot of accidents? Or
For sure. Just-
okay,
I mean, not only because of what I've seen the first 50 laps, but I mean, coming in, obviously Goat League, all them guys are new to me. I don't know how any of them drive. And Chop Shop, I don't remember how them guys drove from the last race that I ran. I mean, it was all new as far as learning the other drivers and kind of anticipating where to go and what to do.
it paid off for you. Good job.
Good.
Thank you.
Cody, congrats. We'll see you in the next one, brother.
See you, man.
Always Cody Kenzie killing it out there and doing what he needs to do. And I tell you what, I said you keep watching him, and that's what happened. Jeff Ramsdale, your race winner. I wanted to talk to more folks during the caution, so I apologize we didn't get to do that. We'll do that. We will do that more in the next race for these guys. Man, long race, long night, ton of fun. Justin, what are your takeaways from what just happened?
Yeah, definitely. There was definitely a lot of accidents, but I think that's the part of the first race of the year. That usually happens. Everyone, like Cody just said, both teams got to learn each other and learn how to drive around each other a little bit more because they're all new. So it's the first race, and I think once they do that, everything will calm down and we'll get down the caution counts down a little bit and get the longer green flag runs like everyone wants. And I think that'll be what everyone's looking for.
I think everybody had some patience tested tonight. A lot of contact, a lot of things happening. We've got two teams racing against each other, and then we started seeing more and more of the drivers racing each other as the race went along. And it seemed as if the race line kind of pulled itself. The racers that were going to be up front, but 40 laps ago, it was a different story. Chop Shop had, 7 drivers inside the top 10, and then you go and you flip the switch, and a caution comes out, and a caution that wasn't necessarily caused by any one team. The team that was leading had had a caution that was involved with their drivers. Whereas same thing happened when the odd number was leading, then they had a caution. So you got to get the teamwork back together and got to keep the strategy into play. I think if you're gonna take this one away. So we'll take a look at we'll get the point standings. We'll post it on our Facebook page. We'll post it on Twitter as well. And we'll touch on it this next week during our podcast. And throughout the racing line tomorrow afternoon, we're triple heading everything. Excuse me, dry throat right now. We've got the Chop Shop Racing Next Gen Series is going to be tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern. First race of the season is going to be at Las Vegas. Then we have the Outcast Racing League at 4:30ish Eastern as well. And then the No Toad Racing League tomorrow night. It's going to be a ton of fun. 3 action-packed races tomorrow. Back at it with the IVRL on Monday, I do believe. Then Tuesday we have Goat Racing. Wednesday, Winston Throwback. Thursday, back at it with Chop Shop. And then we'll put out the information of the display and everything that we're going to be doing for the next race of this one. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Justin, thank you very much. Anyone you want to thank out there?
Thank you. Thanks to the leagues. Thanks for letting me join. It was fun.
Always. We look forward to having you more. Justin Malarkey, part of the platform, and Jeff Ramsdale right there as well. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you for helping us become and grow into one of the biggest platforms out there for this. We love our racing broadcasts, and we love pretty much everything that we do. So thank you to each and every one of you for being awesome, and thank you to the leagues, Chop Shop Racing League, Goat Racing League, heavy action, heavy racing. And there could be more to it. So we look forward to seeing you next one, folks. Be good, be safe.